Welcome to the weekend live show.
508 is where I'm from.
We run down the biggest stories of the week with you every Saturday night. Let us know in the comments right now where you reppin'.
Apache Junction, Taunton, Worcester, Long Island, Manchard, South Florida, Webster, Malden, Framingham, Tucson, Wichita, Billerica, Salem, Gloucester, Moosop, Connecticut, Charleston, South Carolina, Roslindale, Moosop, Connecticut, London, Hanson, Glendale, Arizona, Lynn, Mapleville, Quincy.
Food stamps, leave your clothes, buddy, and then we're screwing up the
funny ass guy, man.
Have you ever heard of Turtleboy? Yeah? Are you a fan?
508 is where I'm from.
Hey, what's up?
508 is where I'm from.
How was that?
You a freaking idiot. Stop telling people that I'm mentally deranged and stupid.
Call me Aidan. He's more a doctor, but...
Get out of my store, please.
You're a fucking loser.
You are a loser.
You're not a journalist. You're nobody. You're not turtle hair. Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
NFL on the house, blog out.
Let's get this party started.
It's go time. Tick, tick, boom. Bring the noise. Go, baby, we bringing our toys. Separating from the boys. Chopper be singing, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out.
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go eight, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds. I didn't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's good quiet. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go eight, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
It's go time. Tick, tick, boom. You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me?
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go eight, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
It's go time. Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wildin'. You must be blind by the diamonds. I didn't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this. So it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's good quiet.
Tick, tick, boom.
Yo, what's up, Turtle Riders? How's everyone doing out there tonight? Good, excellent. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, it looks weirder. It's like I got this thing in the back of me. This is not a green screen. This is an actual screen. It's not. I'm late because it's not like even. That's gonna annoy me. But I feel like I'm like looking. The camera's different. I don't know. Either way, I'll get used to it. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live show. I am your fearless host. They call me Uncle Turtleboy around here. Although I prefer doctor, because if Jill Biden's a doctor, then so am I. Some people even call me daddy. I guess that's acceptable. I'll allow it. We sell shirts to those now for the free daddy shirts. They're on with the mugshot on there. You can get them on the Turtleboy store. You can call me Aidan. That's my real name, or Clarence. That was my pen name until the cops took my phone, and now I can't log into that account. So that's unfortunate. But anyway, guys, just be here every Tuesday and Saturday night. That's all I ask, at 9 p.m. for the live show, because we stream here and we stream on Rumble. Shout out to the Rumble rats out there right now. How many Rumble rats we got out there right now? We got 186 over in the Rumble. So if you want to watch it on Rumble, we can too. Rumble is like a free speech kind of alternative to YouTube, because YouTube is rather censorious. We've lost several shows over the years, probably like 5-10% of our shows, over stupid things like people just, I don't even know. And there's no appeal system. I don't know how any of this works. Rumble doesn't have that problem. So I like Rumble. But anyway, guys, MLS is here. I was just watching his stream. Very informative. Picked up an interesting video there. I'm going to send to my lawyer shortly after this. Hopefully we can use that to our advantage, but the whole thing's ridiculous. We're going to get to some of that in tonight's show. But if you would like to donate to the program, unfortunately you can't do super chat because we had the wrong opinions about a certain president's vaccine mandate a couple of years ago, the wrong opinions. And we are banned from ever actually, this guy annoyed the shit out of me. Hold on. Oh, I got green screen on. That's why it's like that. Hold on. Virtual background. Turn it off. Okay. Is that a little better? It's a little better. Okay. Anyway, I had the wrong opinions about a vaccine mandate. So we can't take money from you on here, which is fine because those crooks take 30%, 40% of the super chats. So we just built our own platform. It's called Turtle Chat. Linked at the top of the chat. If you click on that, you can donate whatever amount of money you want, and you get to write a message. I will receive the message in my inbox, and I will read it out loud to the class. You can also cash at me at $Uncle Turtleboy. Let me see if we have any turtle chats thus far. Let's see. Oh, we got a couple already. Okay, first one here. $10 from Mike sends. He says, "Happy birthday to my big sister Annie." Happy birthday, Annie. I hope daylight savings doesn't ruin your birthday. Oh, daylight savings. Yeah, I forgot about that. Somebody call alarm.com and make sure you tell them to update their daylight savings, because if you don't do it, then it doesn't change your clock. Apparently, that's what the Commonwealth of Massachusetts said in open court, explained the 1 hour time discrepancy in Michael Proctor's report compared to the alarm.com footage. He said he towed the car at 5:30. Alarm.com had towed at 4:12. So make sure you check, you just don't count on the machine to do it for you. Basically, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts says that doesn't work all the time. But anyway, so there's that. Next one. DW sends $25, says this dono is in honor of Turtleboy and Karen Reed Hater, who likely has made over 100 posts today on her burner account. Making that many posts on a nice Saturday is very normal behavior. The haters are losing their mind. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't bother trying to figure out who's who on the fake accounts. My philosophy is that if you're not going to use your real name, then I'm just not going to treat you very seriously. The only time I will engage with trolls on Twitter is when I just retweet them without comment. That's the only thing I'll do. I will just, if I see a funny tweet from one of the haters that I just want to mock, I will just hit the retweet button, and my point will be made for me without saying any words. I think you'll pick up on that. So yeah, shout out to them. Next turtle chat here is from Courtney, sends $25, says, curious if you might cover the story about the Dighton Rehoboth field hockey player who had her teeth knocked out by a transgender biological female. I know you're so busy with Karen Reed case as well as your own case, but just really disturbed by the video footage and the horrifying screams by the high school girls participating in the women's sports. That was on my list Friday. I would like to write about that story. I'd also like to write about the Worcester State shooting. Like, these are the stories I used to do all the time, and I'd like to do more. But unfortunately, and I'm going to, I promise I'm going to get to those stories. It's just with this goddamn, not only Karen Reed now, but my Turtleboy, free Turtleboy somehow became a thing. I'd like to get to that. But I will point out with this. With field hockey, it's different. Field hockey lets boys play, not trans, whatever. Boys. Like, field hockey is a mixed sport. It's the only mixed sport in Massachusetts. That and football, actually. Football, girls can play football, but you don't see it very often because it wouldn't be an advantage for girls to play that. But I did a couple stories a couple years ago on, what was the high school? Was it Somerset? Was it Somerset Berkeley? I forgot what it was. I think it was Somerset Berkeley. They had two boys that just dominated, man. They kicked everyone's ass. I think they won back-to-back state championships, and one was the coach's son. And keep in mind, field hockey in other countries is a sport that men play. Men don't play it here traditionally. The MIAA lets boys play field hockey. So even if we got rid of, so this is a different situation. There's a horrific video of a transgender. Well, it's a boy who calls himself a girl and has the physical body of a boy and the strength of a boy because he is a boy. And no matter what he calls himself, he'll always be a boy. And he hit a ball as hard as he could, and it like destroyed a girl's face on Dighton Rehoboth. The boy played for Swampscott. So, and it was horrific, man. Absolutely horrific. But like, even if we made a rule said no more Transformers doing, high school sports or whatever, like you got to play on whatever your parts match, it still wouldn't solve the problem for field hockey because boys can still play field hockey in Massachusetts for some reason. So I don't know. That's like, I always thought that was unfair to, like, for instance, Notre Dame Academy is an all girls school. They can't field boys. So like they're immediately at a disadvantage. So it's always been unfair, but anyway, yeah, that's that. So, okay. Anything else I'm missing here? Yeah, with that. So I plan on getting to that. But again, I've just been so busy. All right, let me take a couple other turtle chats, see if we have in here before I check the cash apps. We got here from Deanna since $25 says, hi, 2 things. Turtle Riders, check out all the standouts. A few tomorrow. Please join some. 2, too many Deannas. Please refer to me as Deanna Yannetti going forward. Oh, that's Deanna C, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, there are a couple Deannas, and they're heavily involved in the Turtleboy world. One of them, I'm getting blamed for somehow. I'm getting criminal charges over. We'll get to that. I fully support what she did, and I'm glad she did it, but taking a charge for her, if you will. Okay, so there's that. Thank you, Deanna. Also here, Carla Jean sends $10, says, keep doing what you do, Turtle Boy. Say hi to Erica in West Yarmouth. Hello, Erica, and happy birthday to Annie earlier. I appreciate that, and hope you guys enjoy the show. Any cash apps here? Okay, we got Jen Altman sends $25 and says, free Karen Reed and power to you. Thank you very much, Jennifer. I appreciate that very much. Jane sends $20, says, great standout today in Bourne. Bang, bang. Yeah, the standouts are everywhere, man. They're all over the state. Getting a lot of honks. I mean, what's crazy about that is like you're all with the standouts. So if you guys are unfamiliar, all over Massachusetts, right? Oh God. There's standouts all over Massachusetts, right? And they're doing them on top of, like, overpasses and shit like that. They're doing like highways, etc. And anyway, it's interesting because what are you doing with that? You're spreading awareness, right? What the argument against me is that I'm tainting a jury pool by talking about this case, right? Like, I'm trying to taint a jury pool. Isn't everyone trying to taint a jury pool? Like, what? How, like, that's the most insane thing. Taint a jury pool. So stop tainting the jury pool, guys. No, but you can do whatever the fuck you want. It's a free country. It's an absolute free country. It's ridiculous. Taint a jury pool. Anyway, so thank you for that, Dono there. What else do we have here? We have Tracy sends $10, says, looking buff on those arms, Aidan. Oh, thank you very much, Tracy. Appreciate that. Keep smiling. Will do. I'll try my best. Sean sends $25 and says, sign holding tomorrow at 9 a.m. Neponset Street in Norwood. Oh, that's right at the Norwood Canton exit. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Sean. Sean's a dieharder there. Okay. So, all right. I like the word taint. Yeah, it's a good word. If anyone else wants to donate, the link for the turtle chat is on top, or you can, we got a couple more here to bang through real quick. Sharon sends $20 and says, how do you get hit by an actual SUV and have no injuries on your body? That's a great question that the government is going to have a tough time explaining to a jury, I think. $10 from James says, boomers invented the internet. That is true. We'll give you that one, which is kind of ironic. That'd be like boomers inventing the home keys, and this is how you people type. All right. Peter sends $8, says, just remember, the other side can't understand normal thoughts and thinking. The word cunt says it all. They are a bunch of cunts, aren't they? Yeah. Come to think of it. All right. So there's that. All right. So if anyone else wants to donate, you know the deal. Cash App $sign Uncle Turtleboy or hit the link at the top for the turtle chat. All right. So what I want to start with today, first I want to start with, so we have a motion here for, is this the one? No, that's not the one. Or is it? All right, here we go. Yeah. All right. So we have a response to the thing that happened in court the other day. Maybe we could talk about that a little later. I did the whole thing on it in Turtle Club. We watched it. Watch that if you haven't already. But we have to have a new strategy involved in this witness intimidation statute, because the more I think about this, it's just like, why are we on the defense? We should not be on the defense. We should be on the offense. We should be, it is very clear if you watch the hearing the other day that Judge Krupp doesn't understand he doesn't understand much about this. Like, he's read the charging documents. That is all he knows about this case, which I guess is good, because it's really all he should know. But he asked this question to my lawyer the other day in court. And let's see if this is it.
Complicated, sophisticated, and out of the ordinary, which is what you are arguing. You have to at least give the opposing side the opportunity to address the arguments. The arguments were framed by you, addresses them, but then but Mr.
That if you verbally
say that, journalists can and say,
here we go.
Witness intimidation behavior that is flashed across news screens all the time. Every journalist in this room probably has employed sharp tactics from time to time, getting in people's faces, showing up in people's driveways. It's not witness intimidation. And
you think a journalist can call up a witness and say, it's Turtleboy from them Advantage Boys. Bang, 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 bang. We'll fuck any of you dogs up. You think any journalist can call up a witness and say that and not have it be construed as witness intimidation or a threat?
Okay. So, it's like, this is what we're doing in a serious courtroom right now. Reading Turtleboy quotes from the show, like out of context Turtleboy quotes. It's Turtleboy from them Advantage Boys. First of all, the delivery is all wrong, Your Honor. Objection. The delivery is all wrong, Your Honor. Correct response is, the correct way to say it is, yo, it's Turtleboy from them Advantage Boys. Bang, bang. That's how you say it. So, put some effort into it. Let's hear it. That doesn't sound right. But I would love to just play that clip of the judge saying that, because it's pretty funny in hindsight. But obviously there is no context here. He doesn't understand what any of this means. All he sees is that one of the alleged victims, Colin Albert, receives a voicemail from me in which I say those words. Now, we've heard those words. I could say those words from scratch. I think I don't want to say it now because he has an order on me, and he's very sad. He's a sad boy, and he needs protection, I guess. This boy. Let's just watch it. If you're new here, you need to see this for the first time. Dem Advantage Boys. Hold on. We gotta play this part. Peaceful rolling rally. No, that's not the one I want. How many days ago was the filing? All right, I think this is it. All right, let's play this. So if you haven't seen this already, I mean, 99% of our viewers have seen this. This is a video that Colin Albert voluntarily uploaded to TikTok. And so this is the individual that we believe was responsible for murdering John O'Keefe. He's responsible for murdering John O'Keefe. And because he had an issue with John O'Keefe, he is the only person in that house that had a personal animosity towards John O'Keefe, and he had a propensity for violence, and he's kind of a psychopath. And this is a video that he voluntarily posted on TikTok at the age of like 16 or 17. He posted a bunch of videos kind of like this one. So let's play this.
You're a bitch, bro. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, you pussy.
Yeah. Clean cold, boy. You be knocked out. KO. Bang, bang.
Bang, 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 bang. And then this was the second video.
Yo, your advantage boys. I will beat all your asses. I promise you, I will fuck you all up. Pull up, bitch.
Pull up, bitch. Nice kid there. Well raised, well mannered. So Mr. Albert there. And so when I do this impression, obviously, this is me mocking that. Even though, well, I'll talk about this in a minute, but this is me mocking it if you haven't seen this already. Of course, I'm literally wearing a shirt. I'm wearing a Colin Albert shirt with his middle finger in the air. It says Hardo on it. Like, in case anybody thought this was like a serious bit, this was a comedy bit.
6408556.
Yo, Colin, it's Turtleboy from them Advantage Boys. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. That's how it's done, Judge. Yo, well, fuck any of you dogs up. Yo, you challenge my boys, them Advantage Boys, to a fight, dog. And we about that life, son. We about that life. Yo, we from Sharon, son. Yo, your Canton bitches ain't hard, yo. Us Sharon bitches, us Advantage Boys. Nobody be fucking with us and shit, dog. So, yo, call me back. No, but seriously, it's Aidan Kearney from Turtleboy Daily News. I just want to know, like, that abrupt switch right there matters. I mean, I can't believe we're really explaining this right now. Like, I can't believe this is in a serious courtroom that, like, years in prison are on the line over explaining this stupid video. Like, I leave a voicemail that's clearly satirical in nature. I don't normally talk like that. I'm clearly mocking the way he talks in videos. Because what kind of human being talks that way? Like, that's sadistic the way Colin Albert was talking in those videos. And I immediately change my tone and I say, no, but seriously. And then I start asking him serious questions about John O'Keefe. The key word is seriously. Were you the one who killed John O'Keefe, or was that your Uncle Brian? Who hit him first? Who hit him with the back of the head with the thing? Are you worried that you're going to go to jail for the rest of your life? And that you won't be able to play football at Bridgewater State next year. I'd love to have a conversation with you. Your dad kicked me out of your pizza shop, and I didn't get to eat his mediocre chicken parm. So I just wanted to know if you could talk to me about that, and maybe you could tell me. Maybe you and I could go for a ride. We could find them Advantage Boys. Bang bang. I don't know. So give me a call when you get this. Bye. Let's see if he calls back. I don't know. He didn't call back. So it made him sad, that video. Apparently that video made him very sad. And I'd like to point out that video was made on July 8th, was that live show. Colin Albert was hidden from the police, hidden from the defense for 18 months. He was not listed in any reports. He was not listed as a witness. He was not questioned. He was hidden. They tried to keep him out of that house on the record as much as possible. Which is weird because allegedly nothing bad happened in that house. Allegedly, John O'Keefe was killed outside of the house. So it doesn't really matter what happens inside the house, does it? So, yeah, I mean, but to the judge, all the judge is hearing is, he's not hearing anything, actually. He's reading a piece of paper. Just listen to the difference in the delivery there. Tell me this is not like, again, Judge, you're doing it all wrong. I object. I object on the
intimidation. And
you think a journalist can call up a witness and say, it's Turtleboy from them Advantage Boys. Bang, 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 bang. We'll fuck any of you dogs up. You think any journalist can call up a witness and say that?
And my problem here, like, look at me, the way I'm like, again, a lot of people are crapping on my lawyer. He hasn't watched every video. He obviously needs to, right? And I think he understands that now, that this is all changing. Like, he needs to know the entire charging document in the context of every video. And he knows that now, right? I didn't know that this was what it was going to be like. I did not know the judge was going to come in and quiz him on videos. That's basically what happened here. He's like, what do you think of this quote? Well, he doesn't watch every live show. He's an attorney. So he's not like ready for the quiz. And so he talks about it. He answers on like First Amendment grounds that this is all protected speech. He called it political hyperbole, which I don't disagree with, but there's what I think we need to do. And I'm like, so that's the defensive way to fight this stuff. The offensive way to fight this stuff, the offensive way, is to explain what really happened. And what we want to do is we are trying to show what the court is not showing, that these alleged 8 victims or witnesses, or whatever, none of them are actually victims of anything. Nothing. These are 8 of the least sympathetic people ever. Like when you think of witness intimidation, you think of an innocent person who is trying to do the right thing by testifying at trial, or a judge or a lawyer, somebody trying to do their duty, and they're threatened or intimidated into not doing their duty in court, into not testifying, into not doing whatever, into changing how they vote as a juror, whatever. That's not what's happening here. These are people who are, the only reason they are subjects of my reporting is there is significant evidence showing that they are complicit in not only the murdering John O'Keefe, but covering up his murder after the fact. All 8 of them have some type of connection to that, except really, I mean, I guess I was going to say, except really Lizzie Proctor. But she has too, because she has intimidated people into silence using her tactics of calling people's work. Again, this is the lead detective's wife has called the workplaces of multiple turtle riders and tried to get them fired because they left negative comments on Facebook on my page about her husband, who is leading the cover up of the murder of John O'Keefe. So that needs to be stated. This is not listed in anything. The fact that these people are presented as victims and we're on the defensive is the problem. No. We need to, and I told my lawyer, we need to go on the offensive. We need to know, like up there when his response was political hyperbole, that's a defensive. That is a defensive response. We want an offensive response. And so we have since filed a supplemental motion that I'm going to show you now to explain to the court exactly who Colin Albert is. Because keep in mind, this is a motion for to get rid of the stay away orders. Because you don't need a stay away order if you're not in need of protection. If the person is not a serious threat to you. And I'm not. I've said a million times, I come in peace, blah, blah, blah. And so we need to explain this to them, that these people don't fear me in the least physically. They have no real fear of me. The only thing they fear, and I wouldn't even say it's fear, it's they don't like, is the fact that I am exposing them. Oh, get Jill Daniels on the stand. Game over. Game over. Okay. So this is what we write about Colin. This is our supplemental motion that we filed after the fact. All right. The petitioner seeks to dispel the notion that the 8 individual complainants herein are somehow invalid or off-limit subjects for investigative reporting in the Karen Reed case and are in need of stay-away orders. Boom. That is the best first sentence. Like, we are here to dispel the lie that these people are victims in need of protection. That is what we're doing here. We're not talking about like political hyperbole. We're not making up excuses for what I'm doing. We are here to point out that these 8 people do not need a stay away order. They are not in need of protection. Period. So it goes on to say, the petitioner has already addressed issues raised by the court regarding the behavior of others at the rolling rally in Canton. And the telephone call to Elizabeth Proctor, the petitioner's phone call responsive to her actions, seeking to suppress discussion of lead investigator husband by harming posters to petitioner's news site with calls to jobs. We have that in a different motion. But about Colin specifically, The court also raised an issue and quoted to undersigned counsel a small part of the phone message left by petitioner to Colin Albert. This must be addressed by adding and examining the full context and the full underlying facts, after which it will be clear to the court that Colin Albert is no victim in need of a stay away order. Exactly. Like Colin Albert doesn't need a stay away order from anyone. We need to portray Colin Albert to the court as what he is, because clearly the judge is just going to read whatever's in front of him. The judge is going, he's going to read well. So we need to explain who Colin Albert is. And although I was mocking Colin Albert in that video, there's really nothing funny about Colin Albert. Like we're mocking all these people and we are laughing at them, but they're like, it's a very serious thing. They murdered John O'Keefe. They killed him. He was breathing and living, and he had 2 kids, and he walked into that house and he never walked out again because they murdered him. And then they threw his body on the lawn like trash. Karen Reed aside, that is a heinous thing to do. That is an animalistic thing to do. Most people would not do that. Most people, if they were in that situation, first of all, you wouldn't be in that situation where you're getting in grown-ass fights at after parties in your 50s or however old these people are, hanging out with teenagers. But if anyone were in that situation where a fight happened and somebody accidentally got hit in the back of the head or something like that, we would not be like, let's cover this up. That's not a normal reaction. I've heard that from some people. They understand why they did this. I don't understand. I don't understand how no one in that house thought, like, maybe this isn't the right thing to do. Let's call. Maybe somebody did. Maybe Sarah Levinson or Julie Nagel needed some talking down. Maybe somebody in that house objected and they were just scared of Brian Albert and Colin Albert. Maybe something like that happened. I don't know. But I think they realized, like, oh, we could all get in trouble for this if we don't stick to the story. Just say you didn't come in the house. Just blame it on her. So anyway, I think that needed to be explained, right? Like how sadistic these people are, because Colin Albert is as much, although it's fun to mock him, Colin Albert's a dangerous person. He's not like, I was going to say, I was thinking about in the first, I'm like, should we explain that I was mocking the fact that Colin Albert's like a suburban white kid who grew up privileged and thinks he's like some sort of street tough? But no, I don't think we should do that, because Colin Albert is a street tough. Like he's just as tough as any hardened criminal, hardened gangster. Like he's just as tough. He could hold his own against them. He is in fact street tough. He literally killed a man, it would appear, with his bare hands. Those videos posted, those are not normal videos for teenagers to post. You are a demented human being, probably past the age where you can be like, that's kind of just who you are at that point. Where you can be like, if he was acting like that at 10 or 12, there's time to adjust your behavior into the adult. Like when you're acting that at his age, however old he was in those videos, that's just kind of the adult you're going to become. And now he's got a taste for violence and blood. And if he killed John O'Keefe, if he's the one that delivered the fatal blow, which I believe he was, then now he thinks he can get away with murder. And think of what he could do next. That will not be the last person that Colin Albert seriously hurts. And so I don't think, like, the more I thought about it, I'm like, I don't think it's appropriate or right or accurate to suggest that I am mocking Colin Albert for being a wannabe tough guy, a wannabe killer. No, he's an actual killer. Like those videos, he's angry, man. Yo, you Vantage boys, like, I'll fuck you up. He's saying, bang, bang. Like he can't wait. Who makes videos like that at a party? Adele is playing in the background. There's girls there. Why isn't he talking to girls? Why isn't he doing normal things that 16, 17-year-old kids do? Why is he going on his phone and like sending out threats on TikTok to some rival gang? And that's what we put him in this motion. We called him a gang. The Advantage Boys are now officially a gang because it sounds like a gang to me. Advantage Boys, what the hell's the Advantage Boys? I'd like to get the Advantage Boys on the show. If anyone knows the Advantage Boys, I'd like to have them on the show. I'd like to interview them, find more about them. But anyway, Colin Albert has posted several disturbing videos to social media in which he menacingly looked into the camera and threatened to kill various people. The quote read out loud by the court was my client mocking a video Colin made, which he also reported on in an article. That's important too, the fact that I wrote about that. So I wasn't just, doing crank calls or threatening or harassing somebody. I wrote about those videos. So that makes it more pertaining to my journalism, in which Colin made threats to a rival gang called the Advantage Boys and ended the video by saying, yo, you'll get knocked out, KO, bang, bang. The judge needs to see that because the judge read out loud in court, like, bang, bang, Advantage Boys. That's where it came from, Your Honor. Not from my client, but from the alleged victim in need of protection. That's the kind of language that he uses on social media, Your Honor. That needs to be explained. Because the judge is just like the impression, all he can get is the impression of what's in front of him written. If we don't have that written out, he is not getting the whole picture, period. He is not going to watch every episode of Turtleboy Live on his own. He needs this to see it in writing. So, see video provided, implying that he would shoot them. Like, that's important too. That's what bang bang means. The video clip provided to the court. So the bang bang video is now officially entered into evidence. Colin Albert has a history of violence. It was inside 34 Fairview Road on the night John O'Keefe was murdered. Karen Reed's defense attorneys have accused Colin in open court for being complicit in O'Keefe's murder due to his combative history with O'Keefe and Colin's propensity for violence. So now it's like we are making sure, like, if Colin Albert wants to dispute that, we are now putting it on record in our filings that Colin Albert was inside the house at the same time as John O'Keefe. If Colin Albert wants to dispel that, because Colin Albert's the one that chose to make himself a victim in this. So now Colin Albert is going to have to testify. If this is going to go to trial, all 8 of them are going to have to testify. Think about, did they think about that? Did they, before going through with this? Did Jen McCabe realize that she's going to have to testify in this? Did Michael Proctor and Elizabeth Proctor and Colin Albert and Chris Albert and Matt McCabe, did they realize that they were going to have to testify in this? And that we will be working, I'm sure, and collaborating with Karen Reed's lawyers, because they're going to have some questions too, I'm sure, that they would like to have answered. And they will not be able to have the benefit of having Auntie Bev save them this time, or Adam Lally save them this time, because they are the key witnesses. What are they going to plead the fifth? No, they can't. In speedy trial, that's one thing we're talking about, man. One thing we're talking about. Trial in 60 days. Let's do it. Let's go. Daddy's ready. I'm ready to go. We can get all these clips ready. Give me a week. I'll have all the clips together. We can go. Let's go. Are you about that life? Are they about that life? Are they like, were they thinking this was going to be like in a year and a half from now? I'll do it before the Karen Reed trial. Let's have a trial before the Karen Reed trial. Let's go. Let's go. I am ready. The facts are on my side. The case law is on my side. They messed up. The Commonwealth messed up. The state police messed up. They did not think this far ahead. They thought this would just scare the shit out of me, but they didn't realize that Daddy is ready to fuck. Let's go. I'm ready today. I was ready that day, that morning. Let's go. So we can get into this. We will talk about how because I'm like, why am I being on the defensive here? Turtleboy doesn't go on the defensive. We go on the offensive. We fight back against bullies. We don't defend ourselves against bullies. We take the bullies out. We get rid of the bullies. And that's what these people are. They're bullies presenting themselves as victims. And there's nothing that I do better. There's nothing in life that I do better than exposing bad people doing bad things, exposing frauds. And all 8 of these victims or witnesses are frauds. They are not victims. Or the idea that Colin Albert, the psychopath that you saw in that video, is some sort of victim who is sad. Sad. He said that. Emasculate. Sad is laughable. The idea that Chris Albert, who mocks and laughs about this whole thing and who killed a man in 1994, the idea that he is somehow a victim in need of protection is a joke. And we will not allow the court to be fed that lie. We will tell the truth. We will tell the truth. We are ready. Daddy's ready. So, let's read the rest of this. It says, halfway through the voicemail, Mr. Kearney abruptly changed to a more serious tone when he said, "No, but seriously," and began asking questions about Colin's role in the death of John O'Keefe. Mr. Kearney was hoping Colin would pick up the phone so that he could answer questions about a matter of public concern involving the well-publicized murder of a police officer in a case that Mr. Kearney has been covering thoroughly, more than anyone. There you go. I mean, that's the truth about it too, is that I didn't just call Colin Albert to fuck with him. I called Colin Albert because he might answer. Let's not forget. Sometimes they answer. Jill Daniels. Sometimes they answer. I mean, I would say 5-10% of the ratchets answer the phone and actually engage with you. Who are some other legendary ones? Oh, Michael Morrissey's son. He engaged with me for a while. Elizabeth Proctor engaged with me for about 3 seconds. She actually answered the phone. Confirmed it was her. Oh, absolutely, we can ask questions. They have to take the stand. All 8 of them have to take the stand. Victims have to take the stand in the trial to explain how they're victimized. And they have to undergo cross-examination. Oh, how's that going to go? So they would, I have a right to ask them about these questions in a well-publicized murder trial, which there is significant evidence. That's what we want to put on trial here. We want to put the Karen Reed case on trial here. We want to put their role in the death of John O'Keefe on trial here, because that's what this is about. That's the story here. Let's keep it a buck. Let's put this in context. Advocacy or journalism or opinion journalism enjoys the same level of First Amendment protection as objective reporting. There is no legal precedent carving away First Amendment protection for sensational, distasteful, or salutary opinions. So again, you can, there's nothing in the First Amendment that says, yeah, you have right, a right to free speech, except, if it's confrontational or distasteful, that's literally the speech that's most in need of protection. Anyone can protect non-controversial speech. Nobody objects to that. It's the reason we have a First Amendment is to protect speech that is more objectionable, that makes people uncomfortable. You don't have a right to be comfortable in the United States of America. That's not a right. A lot of people live uncomfortably. Celebrities, people in the limelight, a lot of people live uncomfortably. It's just the way it is. In all the interactions provided to and raised by the court, the petitioner was engaging in First Amendment protected investigative reporting on matters of public concern. The lack of merit in all these cases should not justify any collateral orders, particularly where petitioner clearly had no intent to suppress a witness from testifying, where complainants have no bona fide fear of the petitioner, big one, and where the petitioner was engaging in protected fundamental speech. Further intrusion into his fundamental civil rights by such collateral orders is completely unjustified. So we need to just get rid of the stay away orders, and that will be that. So anyway, so let's go. Let's go. So that's where we're at with that. We filed that. We'll see what the judge says. Maybe, I don't know. So I have a feeling the judge will split the baby with the bathwaters at the term. It sounds like he's intent on putting some sort of distance requirement on. But at the same time, it sounds like he wants to let me do my job and go to hearings. He grilled Mello about do you care if he goes to the Karen Reed hearings? And Mello was like, no, because he was like, you could tell the judge was gonna make that a thing. I have a right to go. I have a right to go to Board of Selectmen meetings. I don't know. Maybe he'll put a 100-foot thing. He's like, I've never heard of a 500-foot barrier. That's insane. So, okay, let me read a couple turtle chats, and then we'll get back to the content real quick. Sometimes the turtle chats turn into content. MJ sends $20 and says, just because. Bang, bang. Just because. Karen with the Y sends $10 and says, I went to Bridgewater State Framingham State football game today. Framingham State fans were the trashiest, but a bunch of college-age kids in the end zone started calling all the BSU players cop killers. Oh, ouch, 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 ouch. People said that somebody sent me a picture, and I don't know if Colin was at, I guess he was at the Tewksbury Canton football game yesterday or something. Like they're now that these orders are in place, they're going out in public again. And I can't go. I can't go to a high school football game if I want to go there. If I want to ask him a question about the murder of John O'Keefe, which he was clearly involved in, I can't do that. But any of you can. Like, I'm not telling you to, but my point here is that why can't I? How come everyone else can talk to him and ask him questions, but I can't ask him questions? Why do I lose my constitutional rights, but nobody else does? Any other reporter, like they're going to do this anyway, any other reporter, if they wanted to, could go up to Colin Albert and ask him about his involvement in the murder of John O'Keefe. But they know that no other reporter is going to do that because they're lazy. But anyway, there's that. Next, Megan sends $50, says, just a reminder about tomorrow's standouts in Western Mass. Man, we're going all the way to the 413. Holyoke and Westfield. So is Westfield the Mass Pike? Holyoke and Westfield. So check out the group. And $50 donation. Thank you, Megan. Thanks, Turtleboy. We will always stand with you. God, I love you guys. Love you guys so much. There was an awesome one. I don't know if it was in Wilmington the other day. Deanna sent it. It's just the best sign I've seen yet. It's a picture of me and Karen out there. It's like free Turtleboy, free Karen. Done. It's awesome, man. So, yeah. Shout out to the 413 Turtle Riders. We are all across the state now, baby. All across the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. All right, next one. Holly sends $9, says, happy 9th birthday to my son, Jack. Doctor, your award-winning journalism is outstanding. Can't get enough. Well, thank you, and happy birthday to Mr. Jack. Happy 9th birthday, young man. Keep up the good work. I always pronounce this. Kaio, is that the one that Chicken Parm Charlie looks like? Kaio? This is from him. I saw Colin yesterday, this person says, not me, getting out of his Jeep, looking over his shoulder, nervous and extra sketchy, going into D&E Pizza. It's really nice of Colin to have the Justice for John O'Keefe sticker on the back of his Jeep. You know, because that's all he wants is justice for John. Does he does not actually have that. Please tell me that Colin Albert is not driving around with the Jeep with the Justice for John O'Keefe bumper sticker. Please tell me he does not. Kaio, that's what it's pronounced. These people are sick, man. Don't ever forget. These people murdered John O'Keefe. They left him out to die in the cold. And now they are putting his stickers on the car. By the way, has Colin Albert been to a single hearing for the Karen Reed? Has he been to one? One. Has he come to any? He cares about John O'Keefe so much that he's got a sticker for him. And by the way, we saw the text messages, right? Allegedly between Allie McCabe and Colin Albert. They texted on January 29th and like 12:09, like, I'm here. I'm your ride to pick up. The next day they texted was like February, 25th or something. It was like 3 or 4 weeks later. So we are to believe that Colin Albert cares so much about John O'Keefe that he didn't talk about him once. He never talked to any, like, hey, how about our good friend John, our neighbor? Remember our neighbor John that was just killed yesterday? That's really sad. Really sad about. Did Colin Albert go to John O'Keefe's funeral? Did Colin Albert go to John O'Keefe's wake? Did he do anything like that? No, but he's got the sticker. These are such trashy people. Stickers, buttons, t-shirts. That's how trashy people commemorate the dead. That's how, like, anytime you go into the gang unit goes into a house where they're, doing a drug sweep, they find a stash of drugs, They find guns, and then they find RIP my homie shirts in the closet every time. Because that's how trashy people commemorate the dead, is stickers, buttons, and t-shirts. That is so disgusting. The more you think about it, like these, I mean, Jen McCabe has the same on hers. Oh, just in case you ever had any pity for these people or thought they weren't completely evil. They will do that, but they won't go to the Karen Reed. They care about John so much and they really want justice for him, but they can't be bothered to go to a single court hearing. Not one. Not one. So, appreciate the dono there. That's disgusting. Yeah, I guess they got rid of the Ford Edge then, huh? Maybe they were going to track it down. I don't know. And Colin Albert's getting new cars. Aren't his parents like broke as fuck? They don't go to court dates ever. The wife just defaulted on, like, she couldn't pay a $900 bill to creditors. How much does Chris owe in taxes? $60,000. But they can get her son a new car. They must have the worst credit ever. I can only imagine what their credit is like. Anyway, Leanne sends $25, says, D's nuts. Don't call me during Turtleboy Live. Call your girl, Elise. Hashtag Twisted Tragedy forever. I don't even know if I want to get into that. I talked about it the other night on, maybe I'll get into it at the end a little bit. I don't want to turn this into a thing, but I just don't be very careful around that individual. She has a very long, as we're going to see, and extensive criminal history and a very long history of scamming, of very questionable GoFundMes, like a classic ratchet that I would write about, who suddenly took an interest in the story about 2 months ago and started a YouTube channel and just immediately started monetizing it. And that seems to be the purpose of the channel. Does not put anything on the channel that is interesting, that adds any sort of context. It's basically just talking about what I talk about. And she calls it work. And then she's like, give me money. And none of it goes to Karen Reed or anything. So again, I don't want to get too into that, but like, I'm talking a scam artist extraordinaire. So please, and I had a duty because it's affected me too, because this individual has come to my, I don't know her, but she has kind of represented herself as like, I'm with Turtleboy. You're not. She's not with me. I don't know her. She shows up in pajama pants. And during my hearing, which was really important when I was arraigned, really important for me on the courthouse steps to be able to address the media throughout the whole thing, she was just talking over me almost the whole time. And you couldn't even hear what I was saying, so maybe we'll get to that. I don't know, but yeah, just, I had to warn people about that because people thought she was associated with me. She's not at all. Detective sends $25, says free Karen Reed, free Turtleboy, and free Canton Confidential. Yeah, some drama going on over there. I guess one of the admins said nice things about John Connolly. That's my understanding of it. So there's a new Facebook group called Canton Coming Together. Is that it? I forget what it's called. Ask Rita and Angela, Chan O'Donnell. They're the ones that kind of started the new group. So give that a follow as well. They're not letting people talk about the special town meeting, I guess, in Canton Confidential. I don't know. Weird. But $25 from Nancy says, your kids will be so proud of you when they're old enough to understand. Go get them, Turtleboy. Well, I hope so. I really appreciate that. And yeah, that would be very cool. So I'm trying, if I don't get locked up, which I don't think it's going to happen, but appreciate your support, guys. Scott sends $26. Are you planning on expanding your defense team in order to aid your attorney in battling the machine? That is something that I've thought of. I mean, we might bring someone else on. Like, we'll see. We're going to file a motion to dismiss and see where that goes. But anyway, let me read a couple cash apps that we have here. Oh my God. These people are so obsessed with me. Oh my goodness gracious. There are people donating money to me right now. Like the trolls are donating money to my Cash App. They want me to read these. So, all right, one of the trolls, first of all, the account is called Your Dirty Little Secrets. I'm not even going to read what they said, but I'm just going to tell you. They sent me $5, $1, $1, $1, and $2, and that adds up to $10. So they gave me $10, and I said I was going to read whatever they wrote, but psych, I'm not, because nobody cares. It's all just about, personal life, whatever. Like, I got news for you guys. Nobody cares. Like, you guys have been trying. You guys got to try something else. The personal attacks don't work. Like, literally the worst thing ever happened to me 2 years ago. For those of you who don't know, it's ask around. Like, it was pretty shitty. Like, it was pretty embarrassing, and a lot of people would have quit and rolled over and died at that point. But I just kind of embraced it. Extra emoji. And now, like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you? I don't get what they think they're gonna do here. I don't care. I have like the worst thing ever. You've done the worst to me. I survived it. I'm good. So, oh no. Anyway, Shirley sends $15 and says, "Free Turtleboy and Karen Reed, S.J. Howard." Don't know what that means, but thank you very much, Shirley. Appreciate it. Patricia sends $10 and says, "Happy birthday to my hubby that shares me with 2 times a week." He shares you twice a week? Well, happy birthday to him. Okay. All right. Patricia. Tracy. Oh, no, we got that one already. Okay. If anyone else wants to donate, the link to the turtle chat is pinned to the top of the chat. And yeah, or you can cash at me at $ Uncle Turtleboy, whichever one you prefer. Okay. So, let me see turtle chat. Anything there? All right, we're good. All right, so let's jump into this next thing here. So, this whole thing, the Glairer has done several streams about this, and he's done a fantastic job, might I add. And Glairer, we used to talk on the Clarence Woods Emerson account. I use my real name now on Facebook because I can't get into the Clarence account. It's just Aidan Kearney, so feel free to add that. And I would urge everyone else to do the same. That's like the new one I'm using. If I don't know, I'll get it back eventually, Clarence Woods Emerson. But to keep up, just follow my new account. I've already got like over 12,000 followers in a couple weeks, so we'll be back in business in no time. But so let me get the statement of facts here. Let's go over these because I haven't had time. This entire case against me is just based on bullshit. It's just based on and by the way, never mind. What was I gonna say? I'm trying to blank. Oh, Cash App was $ Uncle Turtleboy, if I didn't see that already. And Turtle Chat's pinned to the top, but because people are forgetting. Oh, I got one more to read here. Candace sends $20 and says, "Keep up the good work." I appreciate that. Okay. Anyway, and they just sent one more $1, so that's $11. So thank you very much. Please send more. I think it's probably Trollhomeo. Shout out to Trollhomeo. You're a good money maker, my girl. I think I'm wondering if Trollhomeo is Chrissy. That's what I'm starting to think. Chrissy didn't disappear forever. She had to be back, didn't she? But anyway, we won't even get into that. Yeah, Rakita always says monetize the haters. It's so true though. When they came on, all the hate, like his entire thread when I was on with him the other day, the whole stream was filled with people being like, you should not platform him. It's like, in case you don't know who Nick is, he's like, if you tell him not to platform someone, he's gonna platform them. He's that kind of guy that is like, anti-cancel culture. So anyway, the entire case against me is basically just taking things that I said on YouTube out of context and making me seem more sinister than I actually am. But it's more than just out of context. Out of context implies that, like, they take bits and pieces of stuff without playing the whole thing. They just mix shit up here. So let me pull up this statement of facts. Okay. I'll get the YouTube channel over here. All right. So let me zoom in. So, the first, so they list all the witnesses here. Okay. How do I zoom in? There it is. Nope. All right. So episode 594, they say, this is not my last trip to Canton. And by the way, they say that I say these things regarding statements regarding witnesses. That's an important term. Regarding means, right, that this is about the witnesses. So I say in episode 594, I say, this is not my last trip to Canton. I will be back. I'll be back. Get used to this. These people think that I'm fucking around. You haven't seen the last of me. Get used to it. Get used to it. So let's go and listen to episode 594. I'm sure most of you have heard this already, but just to show, I got some thoughts on this. Let me start at the 57-minute mark. So this is the day. This is a day. What is the date of this? This took place on June 27th, 2023. So let's bring up the video. Be careful with your donos. They sound like you're trying to have you say something to take out context. Yeah. Anyway, we'll be good. Hope my lawyer is watching. Yeah. It was, anyway, so this is on June 27th of 2023. And this is what a day that I went to Canton, and then I came home and I talked about my trip there. And here I am. It starts off. This is the first clip. I'm with Richie I'm at 33 Fairview Road here. And I'm showing the angle that it would have gotten of Brian Albert's house. And these are my comments. Right. I don't understand this either. Like, what are you people so afraid of? The boogeyman doesn't live there anymore. You can't even be like, oh, I'm scared of Brian. Like, no, you don't need to be scared of Brian anymore. We neutered his ass. He's like Brian Albert is so used to being the alpha male of Canton. He's so used to, like, nobody fucks with his family. 2 years ago, if anyone did what I did today to Chris Albert, Brian Albert would put them in a fucking grave, you know? He'd be like, he'd kick your ass, Seabass. And so it just must frustrate him to no end to watch me, because I know Brian Albert's watching this right now, to watch me just emasculate his family time after time. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's just nothing you can do. And I'm just going to keep doing it. I'm just going to keep, like, this is not my last trip to Canton. I will be back. And more, I think people are getting, like, a year or so ago, people didn't want to cooperate with the Karen Reed defense team because they're like, yeah, it's easier to keep my head down and, you know, whatever, and keep a low profile. But now, you know, now they're like, fuck it. You know, we've made people realize, like, you don't have nothing to be afraid of. The big bad monster's not going to bite you. We neutered their ass. They can't do anything. They're not so tough anymore, are they? So I said, I'll be back. Like, that's what I said that's what I'm quoted as. Again, episode 594. Turtleboy said, this is not my last trip to Canton. I will be back to report on the story. Like that, they make it sound so sinister. I will be back because it's Canton is where I'm reporting on. Obviously, I'll be back to report on the story. That's a crime. It's really not. There's nothing threatening about that whatsoever. Again, the statute says it has to be threatening witnesses. First of all, I'm talking about, like, I basically talk about how it's like the house fell on the Wicked Witch of the East. You don't, you know, you can come out, Munchkins, come out and play. It's safe now. That's what I'm saying there. And then the second clip, let's play the second clip, which is even more deceiving. So then I go to the DPW office, right? And I explain how I come down here and I meet this lady with the boy's regular haircut, and she gives me the runaround. And this is what happens. Nobody wants to fucking work. Because what are they? I've been trying to reach him, so.
Did you leave a message?
Yes, and he hasn't called back, so. I was also looking.
Yes,
Okay. So remember, I'm looking for, this is before I ever spoke with Lucky Loughran. I'm looking to speak to Lucky Loughran's bosses. Because I had already seen the report at this time of Michael Proctor's report, where he said that a company called By the Yard was responsible for plowing Fairview Road. And I knew that wasn't true. I knew that the Canton DPW was responsible for plowing Fairview Road. I knew that. So I was just waiting. I knew that Michael Proctor said that Michael Trotta, the DPW director, told him that his drivers did not get Fairview Road. And if his drivers didn't get, if they did get Fairview Road, if the Canton DPW did get Fairview Road, which I knew that they did at this time, so I knew this was a lie, it would prove that either Michael Trotta lied to Michael Proctor, or Michael Proctor intentionally misquoted what Michael Trotta said, so he lied. One of them is a liar. And I wanted to speak with Michael Trotta to find out. And Billy Walsh was the superintendent as well, who's also, so I'd like to speak to him. So I go down there and I ask to speak with both of them, and I get the runaround. And here is what happened.
Is Michael Trotta in?
He's on vacation right now.
Okay. My name's Aidan Kearney from Turtleboy Daily News. And I was also looking for Mr. Walsh. Is he around by any chance, the superintendent?
I can give you a message.
Is he here?
She did not want to work.
I've been trying to reach him, so.
Did you leave a message?
Yes, and he hasn't called back, so.
Okay, well, he's kind of busy.
Can I leave another?
It's like, he's kind of busy, she says.
He's kind of busy. Oh, yeah, you work for Canton.
It's like, this is why I hate government employees and government workers. They're just so lazy. Like, nobody wants to fucking work. Because what do they care? They get paid the same no matter what. They're like, well, kind of busy. Well, does he have a fucking cell phone? Can you call him? Can you get off your fucking ass and do some goddamn work, lady? How about that? But she knows who I am. Like, it was very clear that she knows who I am, and she doesn't want to help me out. So I'll play your game.
I mean, I can wait.
You have his phone number, right?
Like, I'll wait.
I can leave the message. Yep.
See that part? I'll wait.
Get it to him.
Now watch this.
He's out in the field right now.
Watch this.
How do I spell the last name, sir?
Kearney.
She goes, how do I spell the last name, sir? She had already written out my first name and spelt it correctly. She knows who I am. She didn't have to ask my first name. She didn't even have to ask what my last name was. She just asked how to spell it. She had already spelled my name. So she knows who I am at this point. People are messaging me now and they're saying that she is a friend. She lives in Tim Albert's neighborhood and she is best friends with the Weeks girls. That is the McCabe sisters. So you see what's happening here. This woman works for the town of Canton. She knows the Alberts and the McCabes. And she's, in my view, intentionally obstructing me, like giving me the runaround, hoping that I will give up and go home, right? That I will just like, she'll tell me they're not there. They're not answering my phone calls. If they just keep doing this to me, that I will go away. That is the impression that I'm getting from them. So I respond to this. So this is what we're dealing with here. This is the home cooking. So I'll be back, Miss Boys Regular. I'll be back. You haven't seen the last of me because he never called. Walshy never called me today. Trotta never called me. If you think you're going to get rid of me that easily, you're badly mistaken. I will literally sit there all day. All day. We'll order Chinese. I'll make a day of it. I'll just sit there all freaking day because he's got to come back sometime. I'll be like, I've unfinished business. We didn't see Michael Morrissey today. I'll be back. Get used to this. Like, these people think I'm fucking around. Like, I'm Mr. Internet guy. Like, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to write blogs all day. And it's okay. It's just writing blogs and just ignore them, whatever. No. I live an hour away. It's not, I got a Lexus now. It's not a problem. Ooh, fancy. It's got great mileage and a good engine. I'll be there in an hour. No problem. Like, I'll get used to it. Get used to it. Oh, okay. So that's it. There it is, guys. So you see what they did there. Let's read. Just read until I actually wrote out the script I didn't realize how sinister this truly was. When I literally dictated the script, you realize how sinister this is. Check this out. So this was the where'd it go? I said this is what they put in the script. They said, I'll be back. Get used to this. These people think that I'm fucking around. You haven't seen the last of me. Get used to it. Get used to it. So I highlighted here in bold the parts that they included. This is the whole script. And I would like to point out that they put it in this order. They put it in, these people think that I'm fucking around. They haven't seen the last of me. But then look at this. You haven't seen the last of me is up here. These people think I'm fucking around is right here. So it's completely out of order. It's completely out of order. Like if I was going to say, your mother is really nice, I'm going to kill some time talking to her. It would be like taking those two sentences and turning it into, I'm going to kill your mother. They just completely changed the meaning of everything. Look at this. Look at the stuff that they omitted. They omitted. Let's see. He never called. Like, you haven't seen the last of me. They omitted. He never called. Walsh and Trotta never called me back. That's what I'm saying by I'll be back. That they're not calling me. So as a journalist, I'm going to keep being persistent in following up on the story. I'll be back. They're not in today. Maybe they'll be in tomorrow. I don't know. But I'll be back. That's what I'm saying there. I will literally sit there all day. We'll order Chinese. They didn't put that part in it. I'll make a day of it. I'll sit there because he's got to come back sometime. I have unfinished business. I didn't see Michael Morrissey today. Notice they didn't put the words Michael Morrissey in there. Because if they did, it would show that I'm there to look for, to work on a story about a public official. They just put, I'll be back. That's all. And then these people think that I'm fucking around, right? They put that part in there, but they didn't put this point in it. They didn't put the, like I'm internet guy. Like I'm going to sit here and write blogs all day that they can ignore. No. I live an hour away. I'll be there in an hour. Get used to it. Get used to it. So this is intentionally deceptive. Intentionally deceptive. But that's like malicious. So I talked to my civil attorney about this. The group, the Good Counsel, and we're working on a lawsuit with this. And she said she's like, that is textbook malicious prosecution. And you're going to get, Brian Tully is going to have to take the stand if we sue them. And he's going to have to explain why he intentionally chose phrases that he knew, that he maliciously knew and chose to do anyway, that he knew would alter the entire meaning of what I was saying. That was designed, that was on purpose. This is malicious prosecution. That is what this is. The entire case is like this. It is the weakest case I've ever seen. They can't do that. That is against the law. We can sue them for this, and we're going to. So then on episode 598, this is the quote. This guy, let's see. This guy, Chris Albert, has his head on the swivel looking for turtle riders. And I'm not even going to read this whole thing because it's like, I don't want to get like, it's like, am I allowed to say this? Am I allowed to quote what I said before? Am I allowed to talk about the last? I don't know how this works. So you can read what it says right there, right? They are literally everywhere. Stop going out in public, it says. It's only going to get worse from here, it says. Again, this is not me saying this now. This is me reading the charging documents. It says, I know where they were today. They were at some game in Agawam. They were all there. And then this is the quote that really stuck. That the life as normal is over. Life is normal. They had life as normal there. They literally got away with murder. So that is the quote. On paper, I guess that sounds a little bit bad. It sounds like I'm stalking them, kind of, right? Like that I'm these. Remember, the judge doesn't know the story with these people. He doesn't know that they killed John O'Keefe. He doesn't know why I'm investigating them. He doesn't have the background here. It has to be explained to him. So let's check out what actually happened here. On July, I think it was like 16th, there was an incident in Canton. And this turtle rider, her name is also Deanna. She went down to the Waterfall bar with her friend, and they wore free Karen Reed shirts. And I know about this because they posted it in the Justice for John and Karen Facebook group. And they saw Chris Albert at the bar, and they took this hilarious picture of him. He clearly sees that he's being photographed, and it bothers him. He then made sexual comments to them, and on their way out, he got into a confrontation with two women. He just couldn't shut his mouth and walk away. He got to get in a confrontation with these women. And this is what happened.
Really? 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 Hand jobs? Okay. I don't know anything about you and your family.
Why don't you knock it off?
I don't? Really? I have no clue. I'm not taking pictures of you.
Why did you just come over when I'm leaving?
Because I'm leaving too.
So why would you come this way?
Because we're smoking a cigarette.
You don't know anything about me.
I don't know anything. Why are you acting like this? If you have nothing to hide, why are you acting like this?
Because you were fucking being all weird to me.
You know, I was sitting across the bar. You were across from me. I was looking. Where else do you want me to look? In the fucking air?
Son, you stared at me.
I didn't stare. You were sitting right across the bar. You were sitting right across the bar from me.
I saw what you did.
I saw what you, first of all, the context of this is hilarious when you realize that just a couple days prior to this, he's under so much stress because his son, Colin, testified in front of the federal grand jury, I believe on July 14th or 13th. And this happened on July 16th. And then on July 18th, Colin was interviewed by the state police for the first time. July is when a lot of shit started going down.
What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? I didn't take pictures of you.
You're juvenile.
Well, how did I take a picture of you? I was on the phone.
So you're going to have a serious conversation?
Yeah, let's have a serious conversation.
Put your phone in your pocket. We can have a serious conversation.
I don't want to have a conversation with you.
Then why are you calling me?
I'm going to my car.
Where's your car?
Right there. The black pickup truck. Yep.
So he knows he's being recorded.
I'm going home with you. I want to see what Canton's all about. I want to see what.
Why is he still talking? Why is he still talking?
Are you that fucking sad?
That's sad. No, you're.
It's so sad. Why is he talking? Why doesn't he just walk away? Like what? These people cannot stop getting in conflicts with random. They know that the public spotlight is on them, and they keep getting in conflicts with people. At least he does. Him and Jen McCabe do this, and Matt McCabe too. A lot of them hide out, but Chris Albert looks for conflict. It's like he's a troll, and he's presenting himself as a victim in this.
Framing an innocent woman.
Am I really? Because Karen Reed fucking ran John over.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Karen Reed, John ran. This came like a couple weeks after the select board said we will not be commenting on the Karen Reed case. And then he says in public in a parking lot at the Waterfall at the last place where John O'Keefe was seen alive by Karen Reed, at least. Actually, no, she saw him go into the house, but she wasn't in the house. Colin Albert was, and he's doing this in the parking lot. He's accusing her of killing John O'Keefe.
Yep. That's why Colin has bruises all over his body.
You have zero.
Yep.
Clue.
Okay.
Zero clue.
Me and the whole state believes that you're guilty.
You're
Yep.
and I know you're taping it.
I'm not taping anything. I'm a loser. You're the loser. You're arguing
You're a
with the woman in
loser.
the parking lot.
You fucking follow me.
I'm going to my car.
This isn't your car. You
The
said-
car next to you is my car.
Why is he yelling?
Go, yeah, pull me over all day long. I don't give a fuck. Yeah.
Okay. This one here.
Yeah, that one there.
There he is getting in his buddy's car. So that is the context there. So again, the quote was something like, This guy has his head on a swivel looking for turtle riders. It says, I have bad news for him. I got really bad news for him. Turtle riders are literally everywhere. They should just stop going out in public. It's only going to get worse from here. I know where they were. They were in Agawam, weren't they? They were at some sort of Little League thing in Agawam. They were there. Just know there will be no life as normal is over. Life as normal. They had normal for a while there. They literally got away with murder. So it sounds like what I'm saying there is if you're the judge, if you're Judge Krupp, when you read this, like you read the Colin Albert thing, he's reading that and he's thinking, it sounds like this guy, Turtleboy, is not really a journalist. It sounds like he's like threatening them by telling them that their life is going to get worse and that their head should be on a swivel and that they should not be able to go out in public and that he's stalking them. Like he's following them to Agawam and taking pictures of them. That is the impression that the judge has when he reads that. But this is the actual audio. And you'll see in this, I am not saying this for myself. He makes it sound like I'm saying this. The prosecution fails to point out that I'm just commenting on someone else's behavior. And I was giving advice that was probably good advice. So listen to this. Oh, nice. A woman has a turtle rider. I believe her name is Deanna. You guys got to see this. Okay. So she goes to the Waterfall bar today. I don't know if she's from Canton or what, but I'm going to bring this up for you guys if you haven't seen this yet. So there, she posts this and she says, this is Chris Albert, right? We are at the Waterfall. And there he is in the middle of the, afternoon at the bar. I don't know if he drove there or not because I don't know if he lost his license when people forget about Chris Albert. I mean, look at that face, by the way. Look at that face. That is the face of a man who he knows he's being photographed. He's pissed. He's not happy about it. Like I confronted this guy a couple weeks ago. This guy's got his head on a swivel everywhere now. He's like, Turtle Riders, where are they? I got bad news for you, Chris. I got really bad news for you. They're literally everywhere. You can't, you guys should just stop going out in public. Like, that'd be my recommendation. And it's only going to get worse from here. I did not direct this person to do this. Oh, that's interesting. I can't stop them. They're everywhere. They don't like you. Nobody likes you. You guys killed someone. You literally killed someone. Not you. You didn't do it. You raised someone who did it. And, your big bro did it. But, and you obviously know this and you're helping to cover it up. But I guess you didn't kill anyone. So you got that going for you. So good job, Chris. You just raised the killer. Anyway, and we're going to get to that too. But he's obviously, when I saw him, this dude is ready and looking around. They insist on going out in public. Chris, I know where you guys were today. Y'all were in Agawam, weren't you? I got pictures of you on my cell phone. I got people sending me pictures. You guys were at some sort of Little League thing in Agawam. I got pictures of Courtney Proctor. I got pictures of who was she with there? I forget. There's a whole crew here. Alberts, McCabe's, all you people were there. So just know that there will be no life as normal is over. Okay. Life is normal. You had normal for a while there from January 29th till about April, January 29th, 2022 till April of 2023. You guys literally got away with murder. Okay. You were being called out in court documents in court by David Yannetti, Alan Jackson and crew. And it just wasn't getting attention for some reason. So yeah, as you can see there, again, check out the whole context of it now. I bolded phrases here that they put in the charging documents. Okay. This is the entire thing, right? All of this is what I said. but only the bolded part was put in. And like, so this is a key part. A turtle rider named Deanna goes to the Waterfall bar and posts this. So they act like they make it seem in the charging documents like I'm talking directly to Chris Albert, that I'm the one that visited, that I'm saying this stuff. In reality, I am just giving commentary on something that had nothing to do with me. I'm just commenting on it. And I said that he has his head on a swivel. He did. He was very nervous. That he was looking around, worrying about his picture being taken. He was. And I said that I had bad news. That turtle riders are everywhere. They are. They are. Like, it's just a fact. Everywhere I go, I get comments about this story. I get recognized everywhere I go now for this story. It is impossible to go anywhere and like a restaurant and not have somebody there who follows the Kara Reed story. It is literally impossible. He said, yeah, just like the paparazzi takes pictures. It's the same thing. And so I go on to say here, so they don't put this. This is the key part that they don't put. Actually, I'll see what they do in a second. Like it says here, I got really bad news for you. They are literally everywhere, it says. They should just stop going out in public. Now, they didn't put this part. That would be my recommendation. That is such an important line. That would be my recommendation. Completely changes the context of the entire thing. Because now I'm saying that I'm giving advice. If I were them, I would do what Brian Albert was doing. I would lay low. Because why would you I would not subject myself to this sort of, if I knew I was going to go out and people were taking pictures of me and talking shit about me and confronting me about my involvement in a murder, I would just not go out. That's me. And so I'm giving advice here. I literally said that is my recommendation. It completely changes everything. And I said it's only going to get worse from here. Again, I'm recommending it. I said they're going to keep doing it. I wouldn't go out, but that's just me. You do. They can do whatever they want. No, they didn't put this part. I did not direct this person to do this. I can't stop them. They're everywhere. They don't like you. Nobody likes you. It says they killed someone. They literally killed someone. And then I talk about the pictures where it says I know where they were today. They were in Agawam, weren't they? But then they left this part out. I got pictures in my cell phone. I got people sending me pictures. So I'm not even like, they make it seem like I'm stalking them. People are sending me pictures of them. So there's that. Now, the next part of this, right? Of this video that they use. They love this video, 594. Let me pull up episode 594. Or is it 598? 598. In court documents. All right, so this is, let's go back to the actual. So here's more. So this is same video. It says, I got pictures of them. They can't leave the country. Turtle riders are going to find them. They're going to find them. They can't hide anymore. Their private life is officially over. They leave their house. They're going to have their pictures taken. So they need to get used to the new normal, their new normal. Turtle riders are going to take pictures of them, and they're going to send it to me. They are famous. We need to accelerate it. Notice they bolded that because it's the word accelerate gets them all fired up. They, woman who recorded video of Chris Albert confrontation are doing a fantastic job doing this. So he makes it seem like I sent these people to do this. Let's play the tape at the 24-minute mark. Let's see if this is actually what I said, Your Honor, because this is all going to have to get played in court. Again, I cannot, it's embarrassing that we are wasting the court's time on this and wasting the taxpayers' time on this. This is what they're doing instead of finding out who was driving that Ford Edge, which is really small, and it's getting smaller by the day. But yeah, like, so he has insulated himself in this bubble where everyone agrees it's unanimous. Karen Reed did this, but it's just a great reminder. I love when she said, like, everyone in the state knows you did this, and it's true. Like, everyone outside of your bubble, which is really small, and it's getting smaller by the day. It used to be bigger. It used to be kind of like the whole town. That is day by day. So many people in your town are looking at you, Chris, every day. When you go out in public and you go to the grocery store or wherever, people are taking pictures of you. I got a picture of you, Chris, and your wife, Julie, because I know you're watching, Chris. It's about a week or so ago. You went to Twin River Casino, didn't you? I got pictures of you at Twin River Casino. I got pictures of Jen McCabe in Aruba. You can't leave the fucking country with, like, Turtle Riders. We're going to find you. They're going to find you. You can't hide anymore. Your life, your private life is officially over. Over. You leave your house, you're going to have your picture taken everywhere. So you need to get used to your new normal. This is your new normal. Any Turtle Rider sees you in public, they're going to do this. They're going to take pictures of you. They're going to send it to me. You're famous. Everyone knows what you did. And so this is a great reminder to the Chris Alberts of the world, because I'm sure he's not used to people challenging him like this. They didn't include that part. They didn't include the part where I said, I'm sure he's not used to people challenging him like this, which is important context. And he's freaking out. We need to accelerate it. I'm not telling you what to do, but Deanna did a fantastic job with it. Look at that. Look at that one phrase. It said we need to accelerate it. And then what is the next thing I said after that? I'm not telling you what to do. We need to accelerate it. They just leave that part out. It's the most important part. So I'm not going to do anything. I'm not telling you to freaking go out and do it. I can't control them. That's the entire thing I'm saying here, is I can't control these people. So there's that. There's that. Anyway, it says people who recorded the video, are doing a fantastic job. I'm allowed to think that. I saw what she did, and I think that there's nothing wrong with her behavior. You're allowed to confront public officials in public and ask them about their involvement in a murder. You're allowed to do that because Chris Albert killed a man in 1994. Chris Albert is an elected official. People are allowed to confront Chris Albert in public. The First Amendment explicitly provides them the right to do so. So they left all of that out of there, man. Let's be honest, it is a fact. This is the new normal. This is a new normal, right? That this is just and this quote, while discussing video of him being confronted outside of a restaurant, we are getting to them. When you act this way, that's like a green light for me. Let me play that part. Actually, I want to hear that part. We got to hear that part in context. I don't think I heard that part. You took pictures of me? This is what you're doing? You're following someone, a woman, mind you. You're following a woman out to her car and being like, you took pictures of me. Who gives a fuck? You're in public. There's no expectation of privacy. Who cares if somebody took pictures of you? Oh, you took pictures of me? Yeah, so what if I did? Who cares? And you got to confront her and cause a scene? These people are so fucking stupid. Like they just don't know how to keep a low profile. They can't help it. They are unraveling. This is unhinged behavior on the part of Chris Albert. We are getting to them. Oh, they left all that out. They left all that out. Again, this is what it said over here in the comments. It said, "We are getting to them." But what did I say before that? I explained what I was getting. I said that this is unhinged behavior on his part. He's clearly unraveling, and he was. Because 2 days before this, his son testified in front of a federal grand jury investigating a murder that this family was involved in. So he was. And we are getting to them because we're asking questions, because we're peacefully protesting. We're altering their behavior because they're unraveling. They were never questioned about this stuff before. That's just a fact. It's me observing what's happening. That's what's happening. They take pictures of us all the time. He's an elected official in public. He is unraveling. This is madness. Madness. When you act this way, it's like a green light to hit the gas. Actually, let me play that part. Let me see that. Where'd that part go? And like Chris, the more you act like this in public, this just I'm like, oh, we're getting to him. Oh, that's like a green light for me. Like, ooh, time to hit the gas. Like that's what that is. That's a big mistake on your part. Play some more. So I'm saying there that it appears as if under scrutiny, you are falling apart. He is falling apart, right? That's what I'm saying there. That under scrutiny and under tough questioning, he is unraveling. And any good reporter in that case would keep questioning that person. They would, what did I use? Green light? That's like a green light. It says, time to hit the gas. Because the questioning is effective. Like any detective would do that. And if somebody starts unraveling, you keep questioning them. That's what you do. So there's that. There's that. Or how about this part? About not wanting the case to go to trial. Let me play this part. And they keep using this quote. It says, I said from the beginning, I don't want this to go to trial. At the 17-minute mark of episode 604. So let me pull that up. Episode 604. Where'd that go? Yeah. Oh, and she did a thing. All right. What minute mark is it? We're looking for minute mark 17. Oh, so we're right around there. Here's the context. That's not good. That's never good. That's never good. And then they see Matt Gutman at the last protest, and Boston Magazine's calling these people up. And because they liked it when the Boston Globe was doing what they always do, ignoring a real story. Like that was, and WCVB was doing what they do best, covering up a real story because they have personal ties to it through Greg Henning and Katie Thompson, that animal abusing piece of shit. So Kate Thompson Falconer, that is. By the way, she's pregnant again. Can you believe that? She's hiding behind pregnancy again. Oh, and she did a thing on this the other day. It was disgusting. Like, it's like they're put. I don't want to get into that. Anyway, so I just feel like there's something going on here. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my senses are wrong. I don't know. Again, this is just an opinion. It's not a fact. It's not based in any. It is based in some things I've seen, obviously, with Colin Albert and the Brian Higgins rumors and all that. But it's just, I don't know. I just feel like something's happening. However, at the same time, it's like somebody said this to me the other day about Karen Reed. It's like, this is no way to live. Like, this is not a life. Like, how long can one person deal with this cloud? Like, I've said from the beginning that I do not want this to go to trial. That's it right there. That's it. That's the line right there that I'm being charged with. I said from the beginning, I don't want this to go to trial. They put that standalone. I don't, first of all, that's an opinion. Even standalone, there's nothing wrong with that. That's not witness intimidation. But they're making it seem like my master plan here is to intimidate and threaten these people. It's so dishonest. Intimidate and threaten these people to the point where they will not testify, and thus it cannot go to trial. That is what they're going here. And I'm planning on tainting the jury pool in order to change the outcome of the trial. That is what they're trying to do here. That is the picture that they're painting in their criminal complaint. I said from the beginning, I don't want this to go to trial. But now listen to what I say about why I don't want it to go to trial.
Fear her getting found guilty or anything like that, but just that's a sham. Like, it should never go. Like, this should be dropped. If there's any justice in the world, these charges should be dropped.
Oh,
and the people that actually did this should be charged for it.
Oh,
but at the same,
it's almost as if what I'm saying there is that I think that she's being framed and wrongly accused, and I think that the people who murdered him should stand trial. I think that's who should stand trial. That's fucking weird. You're not allowed to have that opinion in this country. I mean, it's just that you could say that no matter what, that you don't want something to go to trial. Like, I could say, I think they should file a motion to dismiss. I do, because you're allowed to file a motion to dismiss, and you're allowed to say that you think that it should be allowed, that it should be, it should not be denied. In a free country, you can say that. And they're trying to criminalize this. This should scare they're trying to say that statement, having the opinion that an innocent woman framed for murder should not go to trial, is a criminal act in this country, in the supposed freest country in the world. And if you say that, if you say on a YouTube video that you don't believe an innocent woman should have to stand in front of a taxpayer-funded sham trial, that you have to go to jail and you have to have your house raided and your personal property taken, the tools of your trade taken, your privacy completely violated, you got to get handcuffed, perp walked, all that shit. If you have an opinion that a sham trial should not move forward, and you say that out loud on YouTube, fuck that. Fuck that. I will say that time and time again. Clip this shit, motherfuckers. Clip it. It's a free country. Kiss my Irish ass, you losers. I have every right to say that. And the fact that you think that I don't, the fact that you think that you can stop me from saying it is only going to want to make me say it more. Because I can. Because I'm a free American living in a free country, and I'll say whatever the fuck I want to say. And you will not criminalize legal speech, legal opinion. I will die for this, motherfucker. There are people that shed their blood for this country. People that declared war on the greatest military empire that ever existed because they had a vision for a nation in which we could say things like that, in which we can be free, in which we can express our opinions. And now Brian Tully, that human penis, he looks like a fucking human penis, that little, sad, pathetic man who is watching this show in bed right now while his wife fantasizes about other men. That motherfucker thinks he can come along and just completely erase what men who are much greater people than he will ever be, the country that they created. He thinks that he can just fucking get rid of it because I'm exposing him. That's his justification for getting rid of the entire basis of our country, the entire basis of our Constitution. It's not going to happen, Brian Tully. I got bad news for you, motherfucker. Keep coming to the court dates. Keep coming there. I want you to see this happens. We are going to sue your fucking face off, motherfucker. And immunity ain't going to protect you. You're probably been, I got immunity. Oh, Black Lives Matter couldn't take our immunity. Yeah. If you're acting in fine, if you're acting
within the confines of the law of doing your job. This is malicious. You are acting outside of your job now. You intentionally cut pieces up of things that I said. And you did it. My business is irreparably damaged because of you. You took the tools of my trade. I don't have access to a lot of shit. For instance, here's one thing I don't have access to. Let's talk about this for a minute. So there's a woman named, I don't even know how to pronounce her last name. Natalie, some German shit. Okay. I don't know if you guys know the whole story about who Natalie is. So how this whole thing started. I wouldn't say the whole thing started. On April 17th of 2023 is when I started reading Alan Jackson's affidavit. And I'm like, holy shit, story of the century. I'm going to write about this. So I make an announcement that I'm writing about it. And Jen Altman is rude, contacts me and says, like, she's been skeptical of this story since the beginning. And that about a year or so ago, when it first happened, she made comments on a Facebook page and said, I don't think this smells right. And a woman reached out to her named Natalie. And Natalie claimed to be good friends of Karen Reed, like best friends from college, that they went to Bentley University together. And now Natalie lives in California, I think Los Angeles, and just wants to help out. And so Jen Altman connected me with Natalie. And we began speaking on Facebook Messenger, and then we began speaking on the phone and texting that night while I was writing the story. And Natalie is a direct line to the source in this because Karen Reed wouldn't talk to me. So if I could talk to a friend of hers, that's the next best thing, obviously, right? A woman who is presenting herself as Karen Reed's good friend. And so I get, me and Natalie were texting back and forth, and she's like, oh, like finally somebody's going to write about this. And so like, I'm reading the whole affidavit and I'm like, there's things that I don't have, like pictures of Colin Albert. I had no pictures of Colin Albert. Certain images, like a lot of the stuff was in the affidavit, but like she directed me to Courtney Proctor's Facebook page, and Courtney Proctor's Facebook page, even though that these accusations had been made in court already months ago, references to the picture of Michael Proctor with Jennifer McCabe's two daughters had been in court filings months prior to me ever writing about this. And they never took them down because no one was paying attention. And so her Facebook page was unaltered. Like usually you would take shit down. She left it unaltered because she's like, nobody's paying attention anyway. Fuck it. They were arrogant. So that was what Natalie helped me out with, right? Directed me towards that. And she helped, I'm learning about the story on the fly. So she helps clarify things with me. And she presents herself as kind of like an expert in this case. Little did I know that Natalie barely knew Karen Reed. Natalie turned out to be a psychopath. Natalie went to college with Karen Reed over 20 years ago, and they never talked once since. Until Natalie saw Karen in the news and realized that she went to college with Karen and contacted her and presented herself as kind of she presented herself to me as Karen's best friend. That's the way she presented herself to me, as Karen Reed's best friend. Luckily, Karen had other friends like John Silvera and a couple others who were actually her friends and were able to provide me with more accurate information that was really the truth. So Natalie became a source for this, right? She was a direct line to the subject matter that I was working on. But what I didn't realize was that Natalie wasn't even she didn't know anything. She just wanted to be involved. And I don't know this, but what I think was happening was when I was texting back and forth with Natalie, I think she was just texting Karen and just copying and pasting whatever Karen said. Because Natalie was like an encyclopedia for this shit. She knew everything. But I'm like, how does this woman know all this shit? How does she have the free time to know? Like, she must be really fucking good friends. She must be best friends in the world with Karen Reed. Like, what a great friend. I was thinking, Karen Reed's so lucky to have a friend like this. But in reality, I think what happened was she was just copying and pasting whatever Karen said and sending it to me. I think that's what was happening. I don't know. But because Karen Reed wouldn't, I reached out to them. She didn't accept my friend request. So I sent her a DM, I think, and I didn't hear back from her. So I had to take the next best thing. I had to talk to what I was told was her best friend. So anyway, Natalie and I talked. She kept, but then she would get like crazy shit. And I can't show you these messages because the state police have my phone. And and when this is all done, I'm going to do a Natalie blog. I'm going to do a story on Natalie, and I'm going to show all this stuff. You have to trust. I was not the one that was betrayed really by her. I would say more Karen Reed was like played by her. But anyway, I mean, it doesn't really matter what Natalie does. Like, who cares? But Natalie was just a psychopath who wanted to be part of the story and just enjoyed being part of it. She didn't really give a shit about Karen Reed, I don't think. Now I know she didn't give a shit about Karen Reed. And I guess her and Karen got in some sort of argument over something. I don't fucking know. And she wanted me to reach out to Karen Reed, who I don't know, and like be a therapist or something. She's like, can you reach out to Karen and tell her she won't talk to me anymore. She won't return my phone calls. So, and I don't know the truth to this. These are rumors. I don't know. We can get to that in a minute. But Natalie, first of all, she's a big fat chick too when you see her. And she would send me videos. She sent me this one video of her 5-year-old. Like, I swear to God, she like neglected her kids. Like, she would send me videos of her fucking 5-year-old autistic kid locked in a fucking bathroom and like laughing about it. I'm like, why are you sending me videos of this shit? She would send me videos of her stuck in traffic in Los Angeles, screaming at people, like acting like a fucking lunatic. And I'm like, what? Why are you sending me this shit again? What the fuck? Okay, whatever. Can we get back to the Karen Reed story? And so it just seemed after a while that she was only interested in, like, when I would feel uncomfortable doing that, being like, hey, can you message this woman who you're working on a story on in a professional manner and do something really personal and get her to text me back? I said, Natalie, I don't want to get involved. Whatever is between you and Karen Reed is between you and Karen Reed. She's like, I've done so much for her and this and that, this and that. It's like, okay, not getting involved in drama, not what I'm here to do. I go, I'm not even remotely interested in doing that. And she got all pissy with me. Like, how dare you not insert yourself into this Turtleboy and act as my fucking therapist? And quite frankly, I think I get now why Karen Reed was not returning her calls. Because she got really pushy. She's really fucking pushy and has to be involved in everything. Everything. And I'm guessing that Karen Reed after a while was like, I need some space. I can only imagine the pressure that Karen Reed's under. And of course, I'm sure Natalie saw herself as like, bitch, you're nothing without me. Bitch, I did all, I'm saving you. I'm a fucking hero. Bitch, she had other friends. I got John Silvera or any other friend of Karen Reed could have played the same role that you did. But you just inserted yourself into this to feel special because you like to be involved in it. You wanted to be like in the middle of some shit. You barely knew. Karen Reed probably doesn't even remember you from college. You're nothing to Karen Reed. You were just a middleman. And any other person, I could have talked to Nate Reed the whole time. And there's literally a million people I could have talked to that could have done everything that Natalie could have done. But she presented herself as this person that was providing this invaluable service that only she could provide. Right? Anyway, so I can't get those messages, so I can't show you, but it got crazier. And so after a while, I forget what it was. She did something to me. I'd have to go back and look at the time. She did something to me that was fucked up. Oh, I know what it was. She started joining group chats and getting into drama with, like, she started turning on the Roccos and starting problems with all types of people. And I think she fucking turned on Shauna McGulf and, always just drama. It's not what I'm here for. Not what I'm here for. I'm here to write the stories. And they showed me screenshots of what she was saying about me in a group chat that like, oh, Turtleboy is nothing without me. He's such an asshole. I am the whole reason this story is happening. I don't even want any attention. I'm not asking for fame, but I kind of am at the same time. And why am I not getting it? So I think when Karen cut ties with her, and when I cut ties with her, I would no longer speak to her anymore. She just decided to switch teams. And now she believes Karen Reed is guilty because she's a fucking psychopath. When this is all said and done, Natalie, the whole world, and I'm going to document this, and I'm going to get my phone back. I'm going to get everything back, Natalie. I am going to write a story on you using every SEO technique possible so that when people search your very unique German name, and she comes from a wealthy, she was handed everything in life. Her mom is a furniture magnate. So she was just handed a fucking company. I am going to make sure that whenever anyone searches your name, all they're going to find is this story of what a psychopath you are. I am going to paint the picture accurately because I'm not even doing it justice right now. Not even close to what an evil, demented, psychotic person you are, Natalie. And she's going around now saying that she handed in everything, that she's cooperating with the state police in exchange for immunity. First of all, stupid. Immunity from what? You haven't committed any crimes. You're not that important. I know you think you're like the center of this, and you were a fucking middleman. You copy and pasted messages, I believe. That's all you did. You're nothing. This story happens with or without you. I didn't need you. You were rather useless. I thought you were a decent person, but just like a lot of people in my life, you turned out to be a fake psycho bitch. And when this is all over, the whole world is going to know exactly who you are, Natalie. So that was your choice. You made a choice, and you're going to have to live with that choice. You chose to side with the killers, and she knows they're the killers. She knows what they did. She knows exactly who these people are. And I'm sure that she's going to start posting. She claims that she got immunity. Immunity from what? She's not under investigation for anything. She also has nothing to offer because we don't break the law. I don't break the law. I have nothing to fucking hide. Go ahead. Show all my fucking text messages. I don't give a fuck. Show them. But I would ask that you show them in context, please. Show them in fucking context. You know what you're going to see in the messages from Natalie when she publishes all of them? You're going to see just how thorough I am. Just how thorough my reporting is. Just how much I will not publish anything without verification. Like I was so strict. Like I grilled them. I played the devil's advocate with everything. With the Google search, with Colin in the house. I'm like, I would like, do you have this? Like, I need this. I need this. I need this. Show me this. What about this? What if they say this? Do you have an answer for this? I had it all. I grilled Natalie. And so I'm sure, like I've seen one screenshot that they're passing around now where I'm like skeptical of something. And because I was grilling them. Show me this. And she only shows that one thing I say there where I'm like, I'm a little bit skeptical. There was one point where I was a little bit skeptical about Colin in the house. And I pushed him on it. And I got evidence of Colin in the house. I got the grand jury testimony. I got the court docs from like September or whatever. When Brian Albert is the one. That's how Colin Albert was put in the house. Brian Albert put him in the house. At the grand jury, he said he was there at the party at the same time as him. Boom, done. Got Colin in the house. Because I was skeptical. I will not publish anything unless I can verify it. That's all my text messages are going to show. Just how fucking good I am at my job. Just how good daddy makes the bacon. Just how thorough I am. Just how committed I am to never libeling anyone. That's what you're going to see. So bring it all. Show it all. Of course I can't because they have my phone. They're destroying evidence. So they can't touch my phone. They might be going to my phone. They request the Clarence Woods Emerson account yesterday requested to join the new Canton Facebook group. I've passed that along to my attorney, Tully. You fucking with my phone, homeboy? Don't touch my fucking phone. You've been ordered by the court not to touch my fucking phone. Put that shit down. And tell your wife to stop thinking about me. Put that fucking phone down. So we'll see. When this is all going to come down, dude, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to eviscerate literarily. Is that a word? Literarily? In a literary sense. I am going to eviscerate Natalie the German. Whatever the fuck, Wisconsin, Sheboygan, whatever her name is. Just, Natalie, your life, whenever people search your name, this is going to come up. I hope you're happy with the choice you made, because you made your choice and now you're going to have to live with it. So best of luck. Best of luck to you, man. No, not literally, literarily. Is literarily a word? Whatever. Okay. Anyway, we'll get to that. That was my Natalie rant. I forget where we were in that, but again, we'll get to the rest later. Basically, all these voicemails and shit. We'll go through them all. Whatever. Anyway, why don't we read some turtle chats in the meantime? All right, we got here one from Damien, sends $27. Says, much respect from northern Minnesota, turtle douche. Thank you very much, Damien. I appreciate that. From northern Minnesota. Man, that sounds cold. Sounds cold. Jay from New Hampshire sends $10, says, stay strong. New Hampshire has your back. Thank you very much, Jay. Meredith sends $50. She goes, keep up the good work. I will be at the select board meeting this Tuesday to find out how long till Chris pays his taxes. I can't go. I have an order. I hope others will join us to support Rita and crew. Yeah, I mean, it's a public meeting. Anyone could attend except for me, apparently. But we'll get that fixed. $5 from M says, can we hire the country singer Alan Jackson to play at the next event? I just wanted to sing It's 5 o'clock somewhere with the alarm.com footage in the background. This next one goes out to Lunchbox Lally. Yeah, good one. Mama sends $100. Mama, damn. Says, thank you for saying everything we are thinking, but are too scared to say. I appreciate that, Mama. I do. And, that is kind of like what my brand is all about. Just saying the things that, you're afraid to say and you shouldn't be afraid to say, but unfortunately you have to be in this day and age. So thank you for those turtle chats. I got a couple cash apps here too. Let me read this one. Tara sends $20. Said, did Karen Reed date Brian Higgins? Not to my knowledge. I believe that they were friends. They knew Brian Higgins. Both John and Karen knew Brian Higgins. Like, they texted. So I guess there's text messages between them. We shall see what's in them, but it doesn't really matter what's in them. Again, they're going to try to deflect and talk about, oh, she's such a whore. They're going to try to paint her as a whore now. It doesn't matter. I don't care if she's the biggest whore in the world. It still doesn't explain the dog bites. It still doesn't explain why John's phone ascended stairs. Not like, it doesn't matter. Their case is so weak. If their case is Karen Reed's a hua, then their case is dead on arrival. So thank you, Tara. I don't know the answer to that though. Damien says, but the answer is no, I'm assuming, not to my knowledge, but Damien says $25, says much respect from northern Minnesota, turtle douche. Oh, you got me twice. Thanks, Dame. Jamie sends $50 and says, no need to read this out loud to the class. Okay. Well, I did anyway. So thank you very much. Street Squirrel sends $10 and says, for your Chinese food in Canton. Thank you very much. Alyssa sends $10 and says, can't wait for the 8 victims, quote unquote, to take the stand. That's going to be great, man. That's going to be great when that happens. If it happens. Candace sends $20 and says, keep up the good work. Well, I appreciate that, Candace, very, very much. And then Nick Rocco sends $10 and says, giveaway closes at tonight. And Timmy D Loves Daddy. Thank you, Timmy D. Thank you, Timmy D. I got more shit, dude. Some weird shit's going on. People are getting weird messages. A lot of shit's going on. Like, it's crazy, my life right now. I do want to address this, and I posted this on Twitter, and I just want to tell this person to fuck off in the kindest way. Maybe not. Maybe she's sorry. I don't fucking know. But this is let's see, a message that I got from a turtle rider today who's been, thanking us for the Karen Reed work and really seemed to like it. But she says this. She goes, "There has been many updates to the Karen Reed case, yet you haven't blogged about it at all. You only about your case and Ken Mello." Okay. So, and this is my response. I said, "I apologize if the 9 felony charges that I didn't ask for, to have placed on me, and the chaotic hell it's turned my life into, has temporarily led to less entertainment for you. I'm really, really sorry about that and should have consulted with you first. I have to go through a 70-page document and prove point by point why I'm being wrongly charged. And if I don't do so, I face potential decades in prison. But you're right. I should think more about entertaining you, right? I mean, seriously, fuck off." It's like this whole, I've seen this complaint from people. They're like, "Oh, they're winning because why you're only talking about your case now." First of all, there's a lull in the Karen Reed case right now. There's not that much going on. Some shit's been impounded. I don't have access to shit. Like, not that much is going on. And quite frankly, my story right now is intertwined with Karen Reed's story. Like, if I get locked up, there's no story. I don't know if you noticed that. There's no story. And also, this is a huge fucking deal. Like, if you can't see how fucking huge this is, what is on the line here, the fact that the First Amendment is literally on trial here, I don't want you reading the blog. Fuck off, Aubrey. Fuck off. Fuck you. I'm going through all this shit. I didn't get a text from you, Aubrey, saying anything like, "Oh, I'm so sorry you got arrested. That's fucked up." All I got is, you're not entertaining me enough with the Karen Reed story. Stop talking about this major fact that a fucking journalist is facing decades in fucking prison for writing about and exposing a murder cover-up. Fuck you, Aubrey. Go fuck yourself. Don't ever read my blog again, you entitled stupid cunt. Fuck off. Anyway, I have my thoughts. Like, I got so furious when I saw that today. Like, fuck you. Like, I'm a fucking thing. You can put money in the machine. Dance, monkey, dance. Like, I don't have a million fucking things going on in my life right now. Fuck you, Aubrey. I fucking hate you. Anyway, pissed off. Like, don't. Anyway, it's like, I'm sick of fucking being, sometimes I just don't feel like being polite. I don't feel like being cordial. And I just want to tell these people that's what they need to hear. Fuck off. Anyway, you want the rant? Okay, let me just get to this real quick. Let me just bang this out real quick. Give me 1 second to bring these up. Hold on. Because I feel like the public should know about this shit. It's ridiculous. One sec. I gotta download these real quick. Got a bunch of messages. Who's messaging me? I'm not even gonna play the live because I can't stand the voice. But you got to see the full picture here, and I'm not gonna spend much time on this. I'm just gonna bang through it and move on, right? And we're going to do this once, and then that's it. We're just moving on after that. Oh, crap. But I do feel like people should know about this, just because there seems to be confusion that this person is associated with me, and I cannot express in stronger terms that they are not. So give me 1 sec to just download these. And for those of you who are new here, this is this is what I used to write about, like exposing ratchets like this, scam artists. Like, this was right up my alley for a long time. The Karen Reed case has kind of changed what I do. But this is what I do feel like, although this is not like some might call this drama, I consider it somewhat newsworthy, because people have the right to know who they're dealing with here. So let's start with the criminal record first. So this woman runs an account called runs a YouTube channel called Twisted Tragedies, and she comes to my hearings, right? She comes to my hearings. Let me send this chick up. Let me send this video, actually. Hold on. I got a few videos here we'll bring up. So she runs this. She started a YouTube channel 2 months ago. I'd never heard of her before, never saw her on the blog, nothing. And next thing you know, I noticed on the Justice for John and Karen Facebook group that she's just constantly spamming her YouTube channel on there, constantly. And I saw it one time. I didn't know who she was. And she's talking about like my fans, and I work so hard. She said this is her job. And I'm like, who are you? What? This is your job? What are you talking about? This is your job. And the first time I think I ever saw her was either at like the Star Drive-In or whatever, or the, what the fuck was it? Oh, she was at my court date. She was at my court when I was arraigned. She was there. And so you might have seen her stream on there. And I just want to bring this up from the stream. Hold on. Because this annoyed me. Don't message, by the way. Don't message the page, or else your shit will come up. So I'll pull it up. So this is me on the courthouse stairs. This is like a serious thing. Like the world is watching me now. I need to be able to say what I have to say and like listen to what you can hear here.
Yes. We have a ton of people over here looking for you.
So guys, it took my phone.
We have a ton of people over here looking for me. Oh, look at my stream. We have a ton of people. You have, I'm like, who are you? Who are you? What? And I guess she's been telling everyone that like we're buddies, or like that we talk all the time. I don't know you. I don't know this person at all. I'm like, I don't know this person at all. She supports Turtleboy. No, she's not support Turtleboy. Let me be very clear, Bob. You guys have absolutely no fucking clue what happened at the Halloween party. I'm not going to get into it. You can believe me or don't believe me. What she did to me at the Halloween party was one of the worst, fucking most despicable things that another human being has done to another human being. Like, it was fucking diabolical and twisted. The Twisted Tragedy is a good deal. If you knew, and I'm not going to tell you, so maybe you'll go on thinking that she supports me. She does not support me in the least bit. She is piggybacking off of my reporting. She's not doing any original reporting herself, obviously. She just talks about my reporting, comes there and flashes her Cash App on the screen and asks people to donate to her. So she's monetizing. Like, she was at my arraignment asking people to donate to her Cash App. Didn't get a donation from her for the Legal Defense Fund. Didn't get anything like that from her. But she's like there to profit off of, this arrest. That's the only reason she's there. Is not because she gives a fuck about me. Because she sees that this story has traction. So she's going to try to monetize it. Have you ever heard anything on her show? If you want to, it's her sitting in the bathroom ripping butts. Have you ever heard anything enlightening? Like if you hear this woman talk, you'll like, this woman obviously doesn't know anything. And she just wants to be, again.
Yes, Aidan. We have a ton of people over here looking for you.
So guys, they took my phones and my computer.
I figured.
So I got to go get new stuff, but I'll be back. They're not going to silence me for long. They got that. You know, if you guys want to help the cause, again,
of course,
feel free to donate. I'll be on there. They're trying to silence all of us. They're coming after all of us.
Can't gag us all.
Can't gag us. See what it is? It's just like, shut the fuck up. I got to be honest with the people that come to these things. Nobody wants to hear you talk. Nobody. We don't need a lot of people like, yeah, give it to like, it's not your turn to fucking talk. Just let me fucking talk. The microphones are on me. The news is there to interview me. Nobody wants to hear from fucking you. They can't gag us all. I wish we could, but they can't. You're right. No one can gag you, but because no one's trying to gag you. No one gives a fuck about you. And then there's this.
Wrong channel 5.
Are you making money off? Are you making money off?
Sure are. Sure are.
You can't even hear me talk. You can't even hear me talk. Again, if you're going to come to these, please shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear you talk. It's not about fucking you. Shut the fuck up.
He has a job to do. He has a job to do.
You can't even hear me. You don't hear a thing I say. This is a major moment. A major moment. And all I can hear is this stranger in pajamas ripping Newports outside the courthouse, yelling shit. Shut the fuck up. So anyway, that's all I was thinking the whole time. This is not helping me. Like, again, this is the whole show. And I'm not going to get into the show too much. It's just like, this is what.
In the snow or whatever. And it kind of just came to fruition where.
It came to fruition. Okay. So it came to fruition. So anyway, there is that. And so that's, let me bring up here the criminal record, because you need to know about who this person is, because this person came to the Halloween party and which was a fundraiser for Karen Reed, and live streamed it and just asked for money for her only. So this is where let's look at the criminal background for a minute. So here's all the charges in Quincy District Court. Elisa Bennett. Shoplifting, evictions, non-payment of rent, license suspension, drug possession, Class A, license suspended, breaking and entering into a building, license suspended, shoplifting. What do we got here? Oh, this is the best one. This is the best. This is my favorite charge. This is in Brockton. This is my favorite charge. Miss, I'm so interested in law and order. I'm a true crime reporter. I really like true crime. Yeah, what'd you get charged with? Oh, failing to attend jury duty. Is that not the most ironic criminal charge ever? That was 2018. Wasn't that long ago? 2018. You skipped fucking jury duty. You got charged with, you couldn't even fucking go to jury duty. But you really care about law and order. Jesus fucking Christ. Is there a more ironic crime for an alleged true crime person to be charged with than skipping jury duty? My God. My God. This was last year, in case it's like, oh, it's in the past. No, it's the present. This is an arrest last year in Taunton. At approximately 8 o'clock, Trooper Martin was on patrol in Raynham. It was in Raynham. Patrolling Route 24 North. Observed a white Ford bearing Massachusetts registration change lanes in front of my cruiser. At no point was a signal used, and this vehicle almost struck the cruiser. A CGIS query of this vehicle revealed it failed an inspection. Almost 3 years ago, the vehicle failed inspection. and it's still on the road. I then activated the cruiser emergency lights and conducted a motor vehicle stop. The operator stated that she took the wrong exit. She also stated she didn't have her license on her, but she was Alyssa Bennett. It turns out she was unlicensed. That's why she didn't have a license on her. She was issued a criminal summons for unlicensed operation of a motor vehicle. So she's just driving around like a lunatic, going from lane to lane, cutting cops off without a fucking license in a car that failed inspection 3 years ago. Yeah, so this is the true crime reporter. Again, tons of fucking GoFundMes like this. My family needs a little help. Massachusetts in the newspaper for whatever. I don't raised $5,000. Tons of fucking fundraisers like this one. Whole bunch of them. What else do we got? Oh, again, I'm going to bang through this and then I'm never talking about this person again, but I just want to let the world know that this is not like some supporter of mine. This is somebody who is trying to monetize off of a tragedy. And it would be one, and people will say, well, Turtleboy, aren't you making money off of this? Yes, because I'm working. I'm doing actual work. I'm sacrificing. I'm actually fucking facing criminal charges for my work. I'm going to meetings. I'm writing fucking stories. I've written over 200 stories. I do records requests. I do actual fucking work. If you're just talking about the work that I'm doing, you're not doing work. That's not work. Jesus fucking Christ. So quickly, just bang through these. What do we got here? There's a post about Aidan's court date. Turtleboy, Aidan Kearney. Court date today. Thoughts and recap with Dubs. To support me, my channel, and all the hard work we do. What fucking hard work? You take a camera and then you point it at yourself in the bathroom. You can keep help by donating to any of the following ways below. It keeps the channel running. What are your operation costs? It keeps the channel running. It's hosted for free on YouTube. You have literally no costs. Thank you to all our supporters. We wish we could hug and meet. We? Who the fuck is we? Like you're a celebrity? You started this channel 8 weeks ago. Yes, tragedy pimp. A grifting tragedy pimp. That's what this person is. And then this. Selling this shit. Again, not the end of the world. Selling Jim Ferriss's Rude merch. I don't own Jim Ferriss's Rude. But that's like kind of like a Turtleboy saying. It's like you're just taking shit from our show and making it into shit so you can make money off of it. I'm the one that actually went down there and protested Jim Ferriss for 2 hours and held a sign that said Jim Ferriss is rude, which became a meme and everybody likes now. And it became a funny slogan. And I did all that work. And now you're like, let's fucking take this. Again, I don't trademark. I guess it doesn't belong to me. But it's just so obvious. She's selling bukkake merch, which she spelt wrong. What else? And so I commented, and I'm like, you're selling merch with slogans that I came up with and profiting off of things said in court that got me charged with felonies and nicknames I gave people covered in my reporting. So she deleted that. And then she sent me a message like, Aidan, if you don't like that, too bad. Something like that. I wish you would. You should have just messaged me if you had a problem with it. But, you know, basically, like, she's not going to stop, basically. And I don't give a fuck. She's probably not making that much money off it. But it's just a principle. Like, what the fuck? Get your own gig. If your thing is called Twisted Tragedies, then come up with your own fucking slogans. And then there's a million GoFundMes too. Again, I don't know how many of these are legit or not, but they're just everywhere. Like there's this one about the kid in the Texas hospital. And I haven't looked into any of this shit. But I know a scammer when I see one. And I know that you have a million fucking court cases. Shoplifting. You steal from people. A lot. To my knowledge, she doesn't work. She considers what her YouTube channel work, which means she probably doesn't have an income. She probably collects off the state. She had a rant today about how last night about how she's good at helping people fill out forms for government programs. That's like what she's best at. So I don't know if this, I'm not saying this isn't real, but did you ever go to Texas for this? I don't fucking know. And the boyfriend also doesn't work. The boyfriend that she calls a husband doesn't work either. Asks everyone, can you share this? Share. Can you share it so we can go to Texas? Raise $3,000 for that. Again, not saying it's not legit, but how about this GoFundMe? What's this one? Oh, here's this one. How about, oh, look at this one. I couldn't believe. Everyone, I'm running a raffle to raise money for Josh, her grown man boyfriend, who doesn't work, to be able to go to Worlds. An amazing opportunity to play softball in Florida for him and play with his brother. I have an amazing raffle prize with the retail value of $1,300. What? So send me money to be in a raffle, and in the raffle you get a $200 spa gift card, a $25 gift card to the Cheesecake Factory. What's that going to get you? Skincare makeup. All this so you can have makeup like her, I guess. So she's going to raffle that shit off. Why? What's the charity? A grown man wants to go to Florida to play softball. That's the charity. Give me money to do this. How about you pay for it? You're a fucking grown-up. Pay for your fucking trip to Florida. Then there was the teeth one. She had to go for this. Give me money. I want new teeth. My teeth have, she asked to raise money to get a set of teeth. Okay. Jesus. I mean, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Pay for your own shit. Get a fucking job. Again, this is in August. This is how new this channel is. What should I call it? That's your job. You created a YouTube channel 2 fucking months ago. You saw the Karen Reed story. You saw how popular it is. You're like, I'm going to fucking get in on that shit. I'm not going to provide anything of value, but I'm just going to sit there and talk about it and tell people it's my job and that I work hard. And if I say it enough times, people will fucking believe me that I'm actually doing something. Episode 2. Oh, we will talk about how the Mass State Police care more about asking a witness in a murder investigation, more about, oh, so you're going to talk about everything I talked about. You're not going to, what? Or this. What's this one? Hello, all Tauntonians. She shared this in a Taunton Facebook group. I'm running a raffle to raise money to send my hubby to Worlds. He has played his heart out to do the work to qualify, and I was laid off a month ago, right? And in order for us to be able to get him there, we have to raise money. Or how about this idea? If times are tough and you don't have a lot of money, maybe you cancel the trip to Florida to play softball. Maybe. It might not be the best time for that. It's called being a responsible fucking adult and budgeting. I mean, imagine being a grown-up and asking strangers to give you money so your grown fucking adult boyfriend can play fucking softball in Florida. Or how about he gets a job? How about that? Instead of going to Florida, job search time. How about that? Maybe. Get him to Worlds. We need an Airbnb. Look at the money. We won't be able to do this without help. Oh, so then you won't be able to do it then. Have a little bit of pride, humility. And I'm asking for the absolute bare minimum to make this happen. Then you pay for it. It's his birthday too. And she also asked, she's having her birthday's coming up and she wants to have a party bus. What? You're 37, 30. How about getting your fucking license first? We need a rental car, because I don't even think she has a car, an Airbnb, food, tolls, and gas. Oh, yeah, because, yeah. I mean, what is wrong with people? I would be embarrassed to ask people, can you pay for my fucking gas so my boyfriend can play softball? And how about this? Anonymous message here that I got. Okay. From this Dono. From the raffle, by the way. It says, hi. I was wondering if there's a way people can, let's see, is this the right one? Okay. I've been wanting to tell you about Elise B for weeks, but didn't know how to approach it. And this was, people are like, why are you talking about this? When I talked about it, people are like, you're being mean to her. And then now all these other people are coming out of the woodworks. No, all these people felt this way the whole time. And they weren't saying anything because they thought I was cool with her, that she was my friend. So they didn't want to offend me. That's why they were quiet. So it says, my father-in-law passed away, so her grifting was the last thing on my mind. I mean, the begging for donos, ripping your material all over YouTube, and now the TikTok I heard, and on state benefits, welfare, Section 8 SNAP. I figured out who she was after she set up the raffle. I watched her first 2 streams and was like, I can't listen to this chick. But she was asking for ideas to raise money. And to send him, I donated the gift card. So she donated a gift card to the raffle, this woman. I wonder if she ever intended on giving a real winner the prize and keeping the money. I thought I was doing something nice. And she sends me this screenshot. If I announce the raffle, how much do you think I should sell tickets for? I made this, but I have nowhere to share it. He won't see it. Like basically share this for me. I hope I'm not bothering you, but I feel this adds more to the context. Should you decide to share more, please leave me out of it. Hopefully she'll stop. She also asked me to share this, to which I absolutely did not. She asked her to share the GoFundMe. That's so embarrassing. Like, share my boyfriend's GoFundMe so we can play softball in Florida. Give me a fucking break. But this chick, no. She said, what is this? While being treated for 2 ovarian cancers, hold on, a couple years ago, I got a septic infection, was on life support in a coma for weeks. Really lucky to be alive. Thank you, the Lord, and the love, and blah, blah, blah. The reason I'm mentioning this is now I suffer from forms of against aphasia amongst others. So someone getting things out from brains to words is difficult. I forgot to mention how I realized the raffle was a scam. She only revealed the winner because people who participated were asking who won. It was supposed to run for a week. Then she said 2. However, I still have the card. So she donated a gift card to the raffle that she still has. So whoever won the raffle, if anyone did, they didn't get what they signed up to get, which was this gift card. She's like, I'd like to give it to the winner. She never put me in contact with the winner so I could get it to the person. It's been over a month. I saw the name she posted. Okay. I would prefer to gift this card to Karen, or if the raffle comes up, for one of the defense funds. I feel bad for people who gave her money under possible false pretenses, but that's on her to make it right with them. And she 100% should. Spoiler alert, she's not. She's such a good person, though. She really cares. Really cares. Such a good person. So anyway, that's about it. I got nothing more to say about her. So do what you want to do. I've said everything I need to say about this individual. Scammer. GoFundMe scammer, criminal, long history of, appeared recently. I know I can smell a grifter from a mile away, folks. This is not drama. I have a duty to inform you that this person who keeps posting on Turtleboy affiliated pages and spamming her fucking thing, that I want nothing to do with this individual. And the first thing when I came out of court the other day, you guys see this video on the courthouse stairs? I'll share this one. Last part here. I couldn't believe this when I heard this. No, that's the wrong one. Hundreds. You could find probably thousands of videos of reporters aggressively pursuing and asking questions of people that make them uncomfortable. Those people those reporters were not charged with witness intimidation as a result of that. So this has so here's this real chilling press conference on free speech and free press in this country. And perhaps some journalists are okay with it because I'm uncouth or I say words that make some people feel uncomfortable. But today it's me, tomorrow it's them. So they should probably be a lot more concerned about it.
This is a test case for that. And if they're allowed to get away with this for Mr. Kearney, everyone else is next. Everyone else in the media is next.
Will this case set a precedent?
Yes.
Yes, it will.
Just a few days if they keep it in district court.
About 1,000 people over here, Aidan.
Just there's 1,000 people over here, Aidan. That's all she could say. No questions or anything like that. No, like nothing to add, nothing, just like bragging about how many people are watching her fucking live stream. Like I give a fuck. Like anybody gives a fuck. Like this is about you. God, I don't want your support. I don't need it. I don't think you're genuine. If you want to come, but I don't give a fuck. I know your grift. I know what you're doing. So please beware. If you want to give money to her, keep supporting her. That's your right. Go ahead. I have nothing more to say on it after this, but if I found, like when I got that message about the gift card not being given and the scamming and the criminal history and the GoFundMe's and, it's like, how can I not? I would be irresponsible if I didn't share that information with you people. So now you can make your own adult decision and do whatever you want to do. But this is not drama. This is not bullying. This is informing the public of a scammer. So there's that. Anyway. Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of people didn't want to say anything to me because she was going around telling people that, oh, we're buddies. And so like, well, if he's cool with her. And I even like out of pity one time, I gave her a shout out. Like whenever I'm going down and listing all the channels that cover this, I intentionally never listed hers. And then someone's like, you should fucking just name Twisted Tragedies. And I'm like, okay, yeah, check out Twisted Tragedies too. And then she's like, oh my God, he mentioned me. Thanks for mentioning me. It was like biggest mistake I made. I retract. So anyway, anyone else have any questions? I'm happy to clarify, Joanne. Appreciate that. Only a matter of time. I'm a witness, but not really. You were nice one time, yeah. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, you already said that. Stay strong. We'll do Patriot Tech. Appreciate that. I'm not going to get into what she did at the Halloween party. She knows what she did. She just flat out denied it when I confronted her about it, but I know what she did. There was multiple witnesses, so I don't appreciate, like, just intentionally tried to fucking hurt me, basically. Doesn't she have an order on you, Brett? And that's the other thing. Somebody was like using my name, my account on her show the other night and commenting, and it quite clearly wasn't me. And she was interacting with it like it was and calling me a baby. And it's just like, she works so hard. Yeah, so hard. What will be Krupp's ruling? I don't know. I think he's going to split it down the way 50-50, in which case we will appeal it to the higher court. That's what we're trying to do here. We are trying to appeal this to a higher court. We want to put the witness intimidation statute on trial because we believe it's unconstitutional. I'm glad you like the show. It had to be said. And that's it. Oh, she'll keep going. She's not going to stop. She's not the type. And there will be a small group of people who are like, Turtleboy's an asshole, and I'm going to keep supporting this, and that's fine. I'm not doing the thing where it's like, you have to pick one. She's nothing to me. She's insignificant. I'll never talk about her again. That's it. I'm not going to shit on her. She's not going to rival, nothing like that. It's not going to turn into a crusty panties or a Brett thing. Exactly. There's always going to be people trying to latch onto the Turtleboy brand, my labor that I put into this, and, building off of that because they're not good enough and they're not talented enough and they don't work hard enough to create something on their own. I mean, Yellow Cottage Tales, at least he sometimes talks about other true crime shit occasionally. Thank you. Exactly, Lauren B. Yes, if setyouralarm.com cameras back because they don't sit on their own. So anyway, hey, Eddie Motto, you're back. Excellent. Yeah, you've been around for a while, Eddie, from Union, New Jersey. I don't know where she fought. Again, I don't really give a shit. I don't even want to waste time with these people. He'll have a ruling probably mid, like I would guess by Wednesday. Trying to read the comments. No more comment on that. No. What are your thoughts on the Natalie texts? Yeah, I talked about it. Go rewind. There will be more on that. No, the glare is good though. You know, the glare is like actually has analysis. He has a setup. First of all, he uses StreamYard. He like shares video and comments on video, and he's got interesting analysis of it. Her entire thing is just her in the bathroom ripping butts. Nothing. There's nothing. There's literally nothing. No effort is put into it whatsoever, and she calls it work. And the glare built his platform up prior to me. Like prior to him ever hearing the word Turtleboy, he already had 20,000 subs. You don't get that on accident. So clearly he was doing something right prior to this. And then he saw my story and he took an interest in it, which I appreciate. See, he's a completely separate entity from me, whereas she is just somebody that read Turtleboy and is like, I'm going to grift off Turtleboy. That's all. That was something personal, yeah. But I'm not getting into that. Tom DeRozier, I love Tom DeRozier. Tom DeRozier is a great guy. Tom DeRozier does it for the right reasons. Like that guy really wants to help Karen Reed. Like that guy, he's all about the cause. He goes to all the fucking. That's the thing. Does she go to the standouts? I haven't seen her in any of those. Tom is a great guy. Tom is a nice guy. He's not going to crap on her. You know what I mean? Like that's how he is. So you can totally trust Tom. Oh yeah, I got a let's see, got a dono here. Read off real quick. From Alex sends $25 and says Saturday nights in watching the live are my fave. Well, not too shabby. Happy to help out here. Give you some Saturday night entertainment there. Anything else? Couple turtle chats here. We got $5 from Thomas says it's my fucking show, cunt. Yeah, I think that was the rant. Jessica sends 5 says crotch fruit days. Still use that reference because of you. I won't stop using it either. Proud of you and everything you have done and keep it doing it. By the way, Tristan Tragedies, I had a bad feeling since the arrest. She is using you and Karen. How about that? This was sent half an hour ago before the rant, so she gets it. And Twisted sends $5 and says, Elise says she used to work at Bridgewater State Hospital, a medium security prison. She also says she's a medical and law expert on her LinkedIn. How can someone with a criminal record get a job? She didn't. She's lying. So there's that. Probably, I assume. I don't know. And one more turtle chat from Get Your Facts Straight. Elise said in Newport voice with coughing, Turtleboy needs to learn the difference between pajama pants and sweatpants. Okay. They're both inappropriate for court there, Elise, but okay. And Microdots is the GOAT of YouTube. Microdots creates something. I like creators. I like people who make cool shit that we could talk about. Like the Glarer, even though he's talking about what I am, he's got interesting perspective on it. And that's why I find it, that's why I like watching his shit. Microdots is talking about the same shit I'm talking about, but he does a fucking fantastic job of putting it all together. And I'm addicted to Microdots. I have no idea what they split. I don't look at her finances, so. All right, let me just trying to catch up with the comments here. Oh, thank you, the Glare. He's here. Excellent. He says, I'm proud to talk about this case, and I'm grateful for the support from those who are genuinely a fan. Definitely give his channel a sub if you haven't done so already. He does a tremendous job covering this stuff. I don't remember how I found him either. I think somebody sent me a link and he was talking, and I'm like, hey, we should collab, you know? And I think it's worked out well. How did she? Oh. Okay. I'm going to fast forward all the way to the current comments, but is there truth to him and Bukaki each hiring separate attorneys? All I can see is the impounded. It says impounded. There's something about DNA, and I think we talked about this the other night, that it's my belief that they're talking about Bukaki and Proctor, but the reports are impounded, so I can't get impounded reports. Others have said shit, but I can't confirm. And I can only publish it that I can confirm. You know what I mean? I want to hear Alan Jackson say the defense calls a microdots video. Oh, I bet they will. I bet that if they're smart, they will. And I think they're pretty smart. Oh, and Olivia also does a great job. Don't sell yourself short, Olivia. Best follow on Twitter regarding the Karen Reed case is Olivia Nile, or she goes by Olivia Lambo on, I think that's her real name, on Twitter. So give her a follow too. All right. So anyway, I'm going to call it a day, guys. Call it a night rather. It's almost midnight, but thank you guys all for joining us. And thank you for all the support. Thanks for all the turtle chats and everything. And just thanks for being here throughout this whole process and being patient with me while we navigate this unprecedented situation that Karen Reed and now myself are also in. So we will talk to you guys soon. Peace, Turtle Riders.